he's dancing to it, and that's a good sign.
It's cool because I'm dancing with him to it. Getting down with our bad selves.
This is party music to the nth degree.
Very much so.
James just doesn't like it because he said I misplaced my glow sticks. James just doesn't like it because he says that it's Transformers masturbating. So
James's middle name is spelled MMMTSS.
No. His middle name is Boots and Cats.
Boots.
Cats and boots and cats and boots.
All one word. Boots cats.
Boots cats.
Boots.
Let's do this thing.
Just for James dancing, I got to turn it back up. Hold on. Get it, James. He's hitting it kind of hard.
I'm just gonna Vogue.
That's also fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this started.
Distance nerding.
Woo! Woo!
Oh, and a hoe. Hey and a hoe.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Taco Tuesday. And you know what that means? You are now watching and listening and experiencing the Distance Nerding experience.
Part of the Comic-Con radio experience, podcast experience, family experience.
She's Ravona Fray Slayer. I can't say it.
Oh,
Ravona Fray Slayer.
He's for a Boris.
He's Casemez 5000.
He should do God of Time.
He's young Zaniac Phil.
And
we're
here to
nerd
together.
Yeah.
Great.
First time, baby.
Woo.
We're talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, strikes, no strikes, whatever you're nerding out on.
Strike.
We want to talk about it.
Now, guys, you got to
And
follow us on. Now, guys, you got to follow us on all the social medias: the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Twitch, the Threads, the YouTube, the Discord, all at Distance Nerding. And of course, you can send us an email. It is possible to send us an email at dist.
This show
I
is going
I
to
love-
rock tonight.
Oh, it's gonna
I
be
like
really
dance
long,
music.
but really good. We've got a lot to get through, you know.
Dance music's good, you know. Chuck Berry and whatnot. You
Oh
know?
yeah,
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I would do the twist back in the day. You know,
I enjoy
It's
Boots
nerding.
and Cats.
Oh,
AOL.com.
there's boots and there's cats.
There are
Oh,
boots and cats. Guys.
And Fleur Kittens.
Oh my God. I want to talk about the Fleur Kittens so much. You guys have no idea. You have no idea. Now, since James wasn't here last week, we have a new show open here. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are now welcome to the far reaches of the internet. It is now time for the download. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. It is time for all of the fun stuff because this week on deck, we've got the Geek End Update.
We are sack geeking out.
Lights, camera, reaction.
Trailers are so fetch.
God, you didn't. Got a new segment of Who's Hangry?
Ooh.
Thors.
It's a snack wrap attack with Mac.
With Mac.
Somebody
Oh,
got
yeah.
Mac, right?
I got the Mac. Yep. Starting rumors.
Are we getting a sequel to a giant baby coming out of the ocean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we are.
I think we are.
Nobody explained the first one. Might as well have a second one.
It's still there.
Yeah. Do we have a download? Yeah. Put
Okay,
your
sure.
picket
Hey.
signs down. It's over.
And of course, we've got a giant size special of The Breakdown.
We have
We
the
have-
glorious
Oh.
purpose to break down the Loki finale.
I wanted to do
Loki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm waiting on James to say it, and he just coughed. So
Is he okay?
yeah.
Some of us have
yeah.
kids. Some of us
Fair.
have kids. Some of us
Fair.
have
Just
petri
don't want-
dishes.
James, I
Sure.
just want to make sure you're not dying. Is all it is.
That's right. That's really it.
Welcome
We
to
need you,
today's
James. We need you.
And if
As
you
much as
are
we're living,
dying, at
dying.
least keep the camera on you so we can get more views. I mean, what? No. No.
Well, let's get right into it, guys. We've got so much to go on today. Let's get into it just this whole beauty that is.
What?
It is.
Huh?
I'm
Word?
stretching. I'm stretching here. It's time for the Geek Update!
Woo!
You gotta pick like one intro. The
No.
Geek End Update has like 7 intros.
The point is to annoy the crap out of you.
You know
Specifically.
what? I
Oh,
personally think we
got
need like 7 more.
7 more.
I agree.
Yes.
14.
Round it out.
Absolutely.
14
Round
even
it
better.
out.
Everyone, no, I'm getting breaking news here. That Distance Nerding is on Comic-Con Radio.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that correct? Is that correct? Phil, James.
You are
what-
correct. Fray, you are correct. We are on Comic-Con Radio.
That's
We are
awesome.
on
Can you
Comic-Con
tell us
Radio.
more? Can you tell us any more about this breaking story?
Wait, we have a breaking story.
Oh,
We need a shout out to
broken.
Poddex. Please, SHDU, can you please shout out to Poddex?
So before we get to the breaking
she doing the
story,
street.
okay. We have shout out to Pod Deck.
We are so
Back. This episode is powered by Pod Decks. I mean, a lot of interference here. Pod Decks are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. If you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, the win. Level up with Pod Decks and check out poddecks.com. Use code NERDING10 for 10% off. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, guys, we are the worst. Seriously. You would think that we were like that. This wasn't our first time. podcasting. Somehow it is our first time podcasting. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, look. It's simple. The reason why we're so off kilter tonight is because we are on a high. And what gets us high is freaking Dubby. Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. There's no maltodextrin, sugar, fillers, artificial colors, or dyes, and it's keto friendly. Dubby contains Neurofactor, a nootropic derived from the coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. You can find more at dubby.gg. And don't forget, utilize the code NERDING10 for 10% off at your checkout. Now look, I was told that this is going to be a long show, so I'm going to get out when the getting's good. You young folks have fun. Peace. Rosie out.
Well, thank you,
Alright,
thank you, Master. Thank you so much.
wow, those were amazing sponsors. Thank you, sponsors. Without you, we could not do this. So let's get back to that breaking news about Distance Nerding being on Comic-Con Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Is there only
yeah,
one
yeah.
show or 2 shows? Give me all the deets, everybody.
Deet, 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 deet. Get it? Deets. You got the deets. Listen to Distance Nerding and our second show, a comic conversation via comiccon-radio.com. Look for Distance Nerding's podcast, even this episode, and a new comic conversation each week, young Phil. Each week. Young Phil.
I know it's been a while since I've been like this behind, but it's because I had to split up the episodes and then I have to do intros for all like new intros for everything, and I just haven't done them because I've been really busy. So I'm sorry, guys.
In the middle of the week.
We're getting
so sad.
We're gonna
anyway,
we're gonna
LA
get
Comic-Con.
guys.
I did a Loki thing. You guys didn't even acknowledge it.
Acknowledge me. LA Comic-Con, December 1st through the 3rd. Does anybody want to talk about LA Comic-Con?
Well, I'm glad that we've, removed Matt Smith from the Star Wars Ahsoka thing, because that was weird last week. I was like, he's not on that, but yay, Matt Smith. I mean, it was.
I love this. Matt Smith, Star Wars fame, full on Star Wars fame. Every movie he's been. He even directed the original movies, the original trilogy. Matt Smith has nothing. He's not a doctor of any sort.
No, he does not have a PhD. He does not travel through any dimension.
Yeah, no.
He just stands in place.
Right. Oh, you know what? No, what he is a droid doctor. That's what he is.
Yes, a droid doctor.
Yes,
He's a doctor of droid.
I make one typo. One typo.
I was pretty major. Like, that was a major typo.
That is a pretty big typo, James.
Hey, copy paste isn't perfect, all right?
I forgive you, James. I'm on your side.
What up?
I think somebody needs to take a picture with Matt Smith for me in a Star Wars shirt with him pointing at the shirt. That's what I want.
And then we'll put a quote that just like somebody puts a thought in there and says, "I was in that."
Yes. So if anyone is going to LA Comic-Con December 1st through the 3rd, and you take a picture with Matt Smith, please have a Star Wars shirt on and have him point at that picture, and then send it to us. You can email it to us. distancenerding@aol.com. You can do that, and we will happily put it in our show.
Guys, LA Comic-Con is going to have all kinds of guests that are there. Of course, Matt Smith from Star Wars. Star Wars cast, Natasha Liu Bordizzo, Ivana Sicano, Imanis Fandi, Diana Lee Inosanto. Of course, Lord of the Rings. We're going to have Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Dominic Monaghan, Billy Boyd, One Piece, Emily Rudd from One Piece, a bunch of people from Harry Potter, cast from The Office, Napoleon Dynamite, Tom Kenny and Roger Bumpus are going to be there from SpongeBob, a bunch of Power Rangers. Guys, it's ridiculous the amount of people that are going to be there. And we're going to have a whole crap ton of fun. We're going to see if we can interview any of them or anything like that. And, just continue having some fun. So, guys, catch us at LA Comic-Con, December 1st through the 3rd. We'll be there covering the con itself and having a whole bunch of fun.
Hooray!
Woo! And then the holiday truly begins.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. This is good. SAG Geeks. Shout out to SAG Geeks. They're going to have their holiday party December 9th from 12 to 4 right here in Sacramento at the Jack Rabbit Brewery. Super excited. I was talking to Bex about this. She's excited. We're going to do some donating. We're going to do some prizing and triviaing and raffling and gifting and drinking and eating and mooring. It's going to be awesome. It's all going to support SAC Geeks. What they do is that they promote geek culture in the Sacramento area from like Fresno up to Redding and from like San Francisco up to like Tahoe. So it's like Northern California. All they want to do is build an inclusive community. And it's based right here in Sacramento. So shout out to SAG Geeks. They do some good stuff.
Yeah, James, I need to define mooring.
Mooring?
Yeah.
We're going to do some cosplay ink and mooring. Isn't there a Moors? There's people, right? Moors.
Oh God.
The Moors.
Moors?
Yeah,
We're gonna-
the
yeah.
Moors.
Yeah.
They were
Mooring
people
is
who-
also what you do with boats.
yes.
Yes.
you can
Also
moor
known
boats.
as rowing, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Mooring's
No.
different.
That's different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paddling.
No.
No,
It
mooring
has nothing
more-
to do with moving the boat.
Yeah,
It's
in fact,
actually
it's the
making
opposite.
sure the boat is
Yeah,
secure.
mooring is more about docking the boat, brother.
We're gonna practice tying knots. That's the
Oh,
whole
there you
point
go.
of the party. It'll be great.
Okay.
No, we're gonna have some fun. I think we're gonna be donating to SAG Geeks and do some raffles and prizes and stuff like that. Some trivia and some gifts from Toy Fusion. Toy Fusion has some fun stuff happening, and we'll talk about that more soon. They may be adding a new location, so shout out to Toy Fusion. They're always
wow.
big supporters of Side Geeks. So
Awesome.
yeah, good times.
Awesome,
good
awesome,
times.
awesome.
Yay.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, guys, that's it for the Geek End update. It's time to get into this content because we've got a whole lot to get into here, guys. So it's now time for some lights, camera, reaction. If this will work, there it goes.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
All right, James,
Cool.
go ahead and introduce the trailer.
They're fetch. Mean Girls, the musical. I don't know if I needed this, but we're gonna find out after we watch this trailer. So, Mean Girls, Tina Fey back in the day. From the comedic mind of Tina Fey comes a new twist on the modern classic Mean Girls. New student Katie Heron is welcomed into the top social food chain by the elite group of popular girls called the Plastics, ruled by the conniving queen bee, Regina George, and her minions, Gretchen and Karen. However, when Katie makes the major misstep of falling for Regina's ex-boyfriend, she finds herself in prey in Regina's crosshairs. But it's also a musical.
So it's Mean Girls, but
It's
with
Mean Girls.
music.
But with
With
music.
music.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
All right, well, let's
I'm
go ahead
good.
and check this out, guys. Hopefully, we don't get shut down right now.
Let's
No. What were we talking
Are
about?
we finding out new things about each other right now? Is this what we're doing right now, Shadu?
I
I don't even know what Adderall is. What? I feel attacked.
I am legally bound to not say any. Oh,
He's like, I cannot answer that question for you right now.
He knows what snitches get.
Nintendo Switches. Snitches get Nintendo Switches.
we're kidding.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a punishment for him.
So it doesn't look
Wow.
like a straight.
I can't play Baldur's Gate on Nintendo Switch.
But you can play Tears of the Kingdom, the superior game.
$70. It's ludicrous.
Ludicrous is in this?
It's
Ludicrous.
I tell you.
I don't know what's happening here.
Oh God!
Come on the show,
I need
Ludacris.
your rating here. I really need your rating. Yeah.
So it's slowly going downhill.
He said, "Wait, who's your son?"
Yes, that's
Yeah.
I was 2. I was 2 when I had it. It was a miracle birth. He's really like 400 years old because we are an immortal family.
Right, of course.
Anyway, am I going? Should I rate?
You
Yeah, go for
started
it.
off.
Rate? Okay. All right. So here's my rating. My rating is 8. No, that doesn't have any carbs in it. Out of 10. 10. Who was what's the line? Oh, I forgot it. I'm gonna have to go with something else. Out of 10, Regina George's fat ass. Because of the carbs. She gets a fat ass because of the carbs. That's what happened in the movie. I'm
Yep,
just saying.
sorry.
But there was that one line where everybody
Shout out to
raised their
Regina's
hands.
ass. Shout out to them carbs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she's eating those things. That was like my favorite thing. Is she's like, "What is this? Oh, it has no carbs. Don't worry about it." And she's like eating carbs, just getting bigger and bigger. I was like, yeah,
So good.
That's
long
good.
con queen. Like, I mean, seriously, it was just
Say Wong is so flabbergasted that SHDU is your son. He said, "I thought he was your brother." Wow, Fray, you have aged. Wow, Fray, you have aged fantastically.
Well, thank you. I
You have
appreciate that.
Asian genes in you.
Say, Wonga, you want to get into my Asian genes? Is that what you're
So-
saying, buddy?
So I will say this, that I can say something really, really inappropriate right now to answer Say Wong's question, but I will not. My husband, my current husband is Japanese, and but that is not SHDU's father.
No,
SHDU's father is
I am
Scottish.
the whitest man alive. So
Yeah, he's like Irish and
there's
Scottish.
Irish,
so.
Scottish with some Norse in there.
He's
some
like,
Polish,
no,
German.
I'm white.
Yeah.
I'm blonde haired and blue eyed. Like I am the perfect person according to some people.
SHDU.
Wow.
No, he's not.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
He did not just say that.
Wow.
Let's,
Wow.
Hey,
SHDU's
you're perfect for us. You're
SHDU,
perfect to my-
you.
SHDU's like, I am white with an emphasis on the.
I'm the
we got to keep rolling here.
no. James is the perfect person according to me.
Oh,
That's right.
all right.
I give this. I want to give it 8 pimples out of 10. Let's talk about that Regina's ass again. You know what I'm saying? Up a dunk.
She got that donkey.
SHDU, were you even old enough to see the first one?
No, I
I
wasn't.
don't even know when that came out.
I want to. It's on my list, but I just
2004. You come on.
I
He
was
was
1 year old.
One. Yeah,
I was
he
1.
Okay, keep it on the list. Keep it on the list.
I mean, and I was born in 02, so you know.
Yeah, right.
Well, anyway, it looks really good.
Oh man. SHDU, what's your rating, sir?
I'm gonna go 8. By the gods, they murdered everyone in Heathers. Ugh, I can't talk about it. out of
8
out of
spoiler
10.
alerts.
Why are we talking about Regina's ass so much? Man,
Hey, you need to watch
Really
the first
friendly
movie.
Because
Find
that
out.
ass.
Badass.
Fourzze, my hangry Florida man. What is your
This is getting 6 hams out of 10 Adderall pills.
I like it.
now the question is, are you putting the Adderall in your ham?
No.
Well, you
If you
put
put
it in
the
the
Adderall-
sauce. You crush it up
Yeah.
and you put it
You
in the
can-
sauce.
Well,
And
well,
it's
you
the
know-
Wrap it
gravy
up.
Wait.
and the
like
You
if you're
can
giving
call
a
it a
dog a
glaze.
pill, you just like wrap it up in the ham. And, like
Well, you know, if you put the Adderall in your John ham, then you'll absorb it faster.
That's not inaccurate. Young Phil, what is your rating so we can move forward here?
I'm going
these gods.
I'm going to give this 7.
No.
7.
No. Try again.
It's good, great.
Nope.
Out of 10. Stop saying fetch. It's never going to be a thing.
I
There
said
you
that in the
go.
movie
Right.
theater when we saw it the first time. I was like, stop trying to make fetch a thing.
Stop fetch a thing.
What the fetch?
What
That's all I
the?
would say.
All right, let's get into the next trailer here. I'm very excited for the next 2 here. Not that I'm like, I mean, Mean Girls was never like really my thing, but the next 2 are really kind of
These I know something about.
I was going to say, I have seen all of the trailers. And so I'm
Okay.
like, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy.
yeah. So
All right.
this excites me here, guys. We've got the first trailer for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
And just so everybody knows, it is pronounced Aang,
Yes,
movie
it is
creators. Aang.
Dang.
Do they
Not
say-
all.
Don't be angsty about
Hold on.
it.
Do they say Ong in this trailer?
I hope not.
God,
because
well,
because we know
let's
that
see.
in the other live action that we do not mention, he called him Ong, and it's like there's 5 seasons of this show where they call him Aang. Why did you call him
Aang.
Ong? All right, let's get into this trailer here.
Woo. All right.
It looks good.
Oh my God! It's okay. So it starts with
Oh.
the comet, which it
Mhm.
should, because that comet
Yeah.
actually rules everything in this universe.
Yeah. I know.
Whoa.
It's a beautiful,
Woo.
beautiful,
Fire Nation attack.
beautiful trailer. And
Woo.
I just love it.
It does
so
look
much.
beautiful already.
It is really beautiful. And look at them.
Oh.
Look at
Okay.
them. They
Nice.
look like them. It's so
Oh.
cute.
Oh.
Oh my God! Ba Sing Se
Okay.
looks like Ba Sing Se. That's dope.
Yes.
It's very okay. This is very high fantasy.
Look,
Oh.
did you see Iroh?
Please don't
Yeah,
suck.
Iroh
Please
looks
don't suck.
awesome.
Appa. It's Appa.
Very high fantasy. Oh.
Oh my God! Okay.
Yeah.
And Daniel Day Kim.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
Daniel
I'm in.
Day-Kim.
No,
I'm in.
I don't.
I'm in.
Yeah, I think it is.
No, it is Daniel Day Kim. He's playing Fire Lord Ozai.
Oh, that's
Oh.
so cool.
Okay, so they showed him. They just showed him flying on his glider.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
it is.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. Oh,
Wait
him.
for it. Wait for it. It's coming. It's coming. Oh my God. It's going to be so great. I can't believe it.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it does. Oh, he was in the Avatar mode. Yes.
And
Was that Azula?
No, Appa looks so much cooler.
Oh.
Momo.
I love it.
No, so when they first released what Appa was gonna look like, I was like, oh, he looks too CG.
Oh.
This
Yeah.
looks great.
They did.
looks
They did
much
some
more-
really good layering on.
Yeah.
On Appa. So,
Oh my God,
and I
this
was
looks so
saying
good.
that Uncle Iroh was played by Appa because he is. He's played by the guy that's in The Mandalorian and was in Ahsoka, and he's been
Yeah.
in Kim's Convenience. And oh my God, I love it. I like on Instagram was like, oh my gosh, you're perfect. Thank you for doing this. I was like,
No, that's so good. That trailer was everything that I've been hoping that it was gonna be.
yeah, it looks amazing. And they better have Cabbage Guy, and he better be in every episode.
Oh no, my cabbages! Oh
I'd
God!
still have them if it was for you and your meddling kids.
As much as I don't want to like rush through this, that trailer was amazing. But we do need ratings. There is a lot that we have to get to. So
Yep.
Yep.
Gotcha.
let's
I
get.
have thoughts, but I'll say them later.
Okay. Shadu, give me your rating, sir.
I'm going to say 10 giant flying buffalo.
Bison.
Bison.
Is it
Buffalo
bison?
bison. Same thing.
Mm.
Out of 10. And then the Fire Nation chat.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I love how he did that though. Out of 10, and then the Fire Nation attacked. Fourzze, please give me your rating, sir.
Oh, this is gonna get 10 gliders out of 10 satisfied Nickelodeon producers.
Oh man, for real. Seriously. I'm the only thing I'm still worried about is the showrunners did walk away from the show, so I want to know kind of what made them walk away.
Yeah.
But still, Fray, what is your rating?
10. I need every single plushie available for this. Out of 10. I made this dog freak out when I started going
Jahmez, what is your rating, sir? Didn't you just start watching this?
Yeah, I just watched the whole thing and I started Legend of Korra as well. I dug it. This was good. You know what I saw out of this trailer? It looks so much like more grandiose. So like when they're flying on top of Appa,
Yeah.
it looks so much cooler than just like, oh, we're just flying in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like there's so much, like the perspectives that they chose are really cool. Like the camera angles, I dug it. I will give this 10 blind earthbenders that we didn't see
off.
Well, she's not. Remember, she doesn't come until season 2.
Yeah.
out of 10 Cabbages. Somebody say cabbages.
Out of 10.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Why aren't we still talking about Regina's butt?
Have you guys seen?
Said Regina's butts. No.
Speaking of Regina's butt, have you seen One Piece? Because that was my segue. Because One Piece was pretty fun.
One Piece was freaking awesome.
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm mildly interested.
Shout out to Netflix because Netflix is doing something right over there. And shout out to Regina's butt.
They're throwing money at everything. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh, you want to make this? Here's money.
Cool, do
Make
it.
this
I know.
money. Where all
I-
the other studios are like, no, we want to scale back. Netflix was
You
like,
know,
no,
it-
more content, more content.
I feel
No,
like
we're
I should just
doing
get in contact
sport."
with Netflix, you know? I should
Yeah,
just be
they'll
like,
probably
hey,
give
do
you
you want to
money.
just sponsor something of mine? I mean,
Yeah.
I love it.
I have ideas.
All right.
All right.
I'm also
So,
going to give. Oh, I
let's
didn't get my rating.
go from
Oh, you didn't get my rating.
supernatural kids
Okay.
to kids fighting the supernatural.
Straight up, let's just skip Phil's
No,
rating.
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Go ahead.
I was trying.
go.
I was trying to say you skip me. You skip. Okay, never mind. It's okay.
You know what the best part of that was? She finished, and then you're like, "Well, I had," and she's like, "You ruined my segue," and then she's like, "Oh, oops, my bad. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh man,
We'll have another segue."
Right.
I'm gonna
Go
give
ahead.
this 10 amazing Fire Lord Ozai's out of 10. Gotta repeat this one because it was a great one. My cabbages. So actually, no,
Stupid kids. No.
I'll give this actually 10 amazing renderings of Ba Sing Se.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just
I'm so
extremely high
excited
fantasy.
that they made that. I think we got a good Uncle Iroh because I think he can do it. And if you don't
Oh,
get
yeah.
Iroh right, then you might as well just pack it up, kids.
I want to see how they do King Boomy because like you have to have like a dude that's like super frail looking, but then takes off his robe and is ridiculously ripped.
Yeah.
Like I want to see how they do King Boomy.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Good. All right. Let's
Now
go ahead.
reverse
Transition.
it and pretend I did the transition again.
Okay. Boom. There we go.
From supernatural kids to kids
Fighting the supernatural.
Yeah, that's a good segue.
Great
It's a
segue.
good transition. It's a good segue.
Oh man. Let's
right.
get into this trailer. So Ghostbusters Frozen Empire again.
Woo.
Very excited for this. Let's check this out. Okay, I already- okay, all right. They're very
Isn't this
exciting.
Bananarama?
It's-
It's Bananarama.
it is
I
Bananarama.
love
Yes.
Bananarama.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's interesting
yeah.
that they're back in New York, right? Because that was the whole
Yeah.
thing is that they, like they were in the Midwest for the last movie. So.
This
Yeah, they're in
feels very
Oklahoma.
80s still.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
But
but
it's
it's
summer
not-
in New York. So
Yeah.
it's really hot and everybody's cranky. And
And the spirits are angry.
Yeah, because when somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
yes, you say yes. Right. Here you go. This to
wow.
me was very Jaws like the opening to Jaws.
Well, like those
And-
ice spikes coming down. That was
Yeah.
see what I like about what
Yeah.
they've been doing with this series is that they've been trying to reintroduce the horror element of it,
Yeah.
right? And it's kind of like they moved away from that when they did the remake, and
Mhm.
they're coming back with when they're doing now they're doing the reboot. Like we're getting more of that, and I like that they're jumping into the horror element of it.
Yeah, it's making it more horrific. Where I think they did that originally. Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
they did that originally. Oh my god. And
Oh, they're all-
I've got to stop
Oh!
saying things.
The fact that we're getting the original cast all over again, like,
Yeah.
like we have the cast in here, even though
Yeah.
they're moving on to a new generation of Ghostbusters, but we're getting the original cast, and that means a lot.
Yeah, and it's like they can share the burden. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like it's that, and so it's really neat, and it's got that like generational. Hey, we're not we're not giving
Oh.
the
Ooh.
we're not forgetting
Ooh.
the
I love
original
that.
generation. We're giving you a new generation that
Right.
works with
Yeah.
the old generation.
So I
yeah,
love
like
that they have the red costumes from the cartoon.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's new, but it's also introducing elements of something that kind of wasn't canon but is canon, and I enjoy what they're doing with this, because we are getting the next generation, and we're getting this new I was gonna say Transformers, this new Ghostbusters that is going to introduce the Ghost Core, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I like it. I just like what they're doing with it. I like that I was young when the first round came out, and now my child can watch this round and get similar feelings, and so it's neat. I like it. I think they're going in a good direction.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think it's cool, and I love Carrie Coon. She's the mom in it, and I just love her. I think she's awesome.
Say Wong, didn't you don't you cosplay?
No,
some
he's not a
Ghostbusters
nerd. He
stuff?
doesn't cosplay at all.
Mm-mm.
No.
He
He
doesn't.
just buys all the stuff and puts
disappointing
it all behind
at best.
glass.
Right. No, he puts it on, but it's just to try it on and make sure it fits and works.
I'm ready to rate.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Fours, go ahead and give us your rating, sir.
This is gonna get 10 proton packs out of 10 slime squares.
Yeah, I like it. Fray, what is your rating?
I'm giving it 10 generational ghostbusting out of 10. I didn't know they cast Victor Wembanyama as the tall man villain in this movie.
Jahmez, what is your rating, sir?
I give this 9. Who's Victor Wimianas? Out of 10 Twinkies? Can I say why Twinkies? Why did Twinkies come to mind?
I don't know.
I
You're
don't
thinking Stay Puft
I don't know.
Marshmallow Man,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. SHDU, what is your rating, sir?
I am going to give it 9.
Ooh.
Who you gonna call? Out of 10. What did you think of? What did you think of?
I try to think of the most innocuous thing that I could think of. Something that
What did you do, Ray?
will never ever hurt me. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I give this 10 mini Stay Puft Marshmallow Men. Out of mini from the last movie. Out of 10, he slimed me.
Say
Love it.
Wong. I'm with it.
I've been slimed, Ray.
I've been slimed, Ray.
I give it 8 Leslie Joneses out of 10. Say Wong. Very good.
Hey,
Pretty solid.
To be fair, there were moments in that movie. It just didn't land the way that they wanted it to.
But again, it should be 8
Husby
Leslie
swears
Joneses.
we've seen it. I don't remember it at all. Like I don't remember watching this movie.
I remember scattered parts of it.
I'm
Again,
gonna watch it again.
It wasn't the worst movie in existence, but it wasn't good either. So it's
As
just
I said, just okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to be okay.
Yeah. Again, and I know we need to move on, but the issue with that movie, and I will say it like 1,000 times, was the original movies were horror movies with comedians that ended up being funny because the comedians are funny, versus a movie that they directly tried to make a comedy and tried to force the comedy into. So that was the issue with doing the remake, is they tried to force the comedy versus it being natural.
Yeah.
So
or supernatural,
right? So with this being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time
to get hangry.
The segment that Fourzze has been waiting for. It is time to get hangry. I'm hungry. All right, we are excited here So I think 3 of the 5 of us are eating.
Yes.
Both me and Frey, I do not believe are fans of.
Well, I have an allergy to products that we're using. I'm allergic
I
to
probably
coconut
do too.
oil, so and
She can't do coconut, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't do coconut oil.
I know for James, that's sacrilegious, but
And I just get very sick if I have too much grease. So,
James, did you get the spicy one?
oh,
Why you ask me when I'm coughing? Yes, I got the spicy one.
Well, since
Spicy-
you're the only one that
spicy
gets the
slaw.
spicy one, since you're the only one that got the spicy one, I'm gonna have you try it first because me and Fourzze,
Wimped
You got
out
the
and
Mac
only
Attack
got the
ones?
regular one.
I got
Slaw sucks. That's why I didn't get it.
I'm not a fan of slaw either.
oh,
Okay,
okay.
hang
Well,
on.
there's I could agree with that.
You don't like McDonald's. You don't like KFC slaw? How
Nope.
dare you? What is
I
wrong with
just
you
don't
guys?
like slaw.
Everything is
Like,
right
I'm
with
very,
me for not liking that.
I'm very specific about coleslaw.
That's part of
So-
Americana. Are you kidding me?
No,
Yeah, I
that's
prefer
baseball
umami.
and apple pie, not coleslaw and tortilla wraps.
Yeah,
That's
coleslaw is
true.
German.
You know, like when people think of like what does a French fry taste like or a nugget taste like,
Mhm.
you think of like McDonald's, right? McDonald's French
No.
fries. When I think of coleslaw, I think of KFC.
I think of for chicken nuggets. I think of Chick-fil-A.
Hey,
Fries,
listen,
certainly.
You're so
They
you're-
use peanut
back
oil.
in my day, we didn't have Chick-fil-A's.
And it was a better time. No.
I'm
To,
so excited for this.
I'm gonna highlight here. Jahmez, give us the play-by-play. What does it look like? Smell all that.
It's got a tortilla. It's messy. Looks like some kind of spicy the buffalo sauce maybe, but it's good. Little fun fact about KFC. KFC is why I'm a Raiders fan.
Really?
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Back in the day, which was a Wednesday. No, back in the day, the Raiders used to practice where I grew up. And so like we'd go to KFC to get, dinner for family, and there would be like the Oakland Raiders linemen buying buckets of chicken, like 2 buckets of chicken each. And I'd ask my dad, I'm like, who are these guys eating all our chicken? And he's just like, those are the Oakland Raiders. I'm like, oh my God. And I was just like in awe that they could eat 2 buckets of chicken. And so those are my goals in life, to be able to eat 2 buckets of chicken. Okay, back to spicy slaw. Let's give it a try. I see some pickle in here.
Ooh.
I got some chicken. I got some slaw. I don't think the slaw is actually spicy. I think it's another sauce that they added.
Mhm.
Let's find out. Oh, the crunch. So good. You're missing out. Not bad. Not super spicy.
Okay.
I think that the new McDonald's sauces were spicier than this.
No,
It's like a
Really?
I mean
Yeah.
one of them was quite spicy.
Eh.
It was spicy-ish. I'm his
Yeah, I mean it was definitely spicy for McDonald's. So.
Still
Right,
better with
right.
breakfast, though.
So this is their slaw with their chicken strip in probably a Taco Bell tortilla with
You're not wrong.
like
100%
Chipotle.
they own
sauce.
the same company.
Yeah, so they just
Yeah.
like they probably got mixed up on the truck and the spicy sauce got added to the taco or the KFC truck, and they're like, throw it on some chicken, see what happens. And I'm into it.
Huh?
Same thing like when they do the naked chicken taco at Taco Bell. It's just basically a Taco Bell chicken tender put inside of a taco.
You mean a KFC chicken tender?
Sorry, yeah, that's right. That's a KFC chicken tender instead of Taco Bell taco. Sorry. All right, so let's.
I'm into this. I like it. It's not super spicy. It's good. It's like just enough heat. I'm into it. I like it.
So Fourzze, let's get into the classic wrap here.
So actually, I got the spicy just without the slaw.
Oh.
Okay. Try
Give it a shot.
So let's give this a shot.
I love we all were like, oh, like,
I know.
this is so Scandalous.
Chicken wrap.
Ordering off the menu.
Mmm. And hot sauce. Yeah, chicken's a little dry.
I love that he's doing it in Homer's voice.
I'd go back and buy it again.
That's
I mean,
great.
there's really not much you can say. It's classic. It's classic KFC. I think this sauce that they used on mine is, I want to say it's their Buffalo Ranch
Yeah.
and crunchy pickle slice. So yeah.
Oh, the pickle. I hope young Phil got the pickle.
I did not.
So
God
it's
damn
a good flavor. It's a good taste. It's a solid 8.
Hmm?
8
The
more.
coleslaw
On
is
the
nice 'cause it-
Schofield scale? What?
The coleslaw is nice because it adds a bit of coolness, some sweetness, some
Mhm.
crunch and texture. Oh, I'm such a foodie over here with my KFC.
Texture.
So
Young Phil,
I am getting down on the classic right now. It's got a little bit of mayonnaise on it, and of course the chicken and in the wrap. It kind of reminds me of a Chicken Little, just in a wrap instead of the bun itself. Chicken's not bad. At least mine's not dry. So I mean, I don't have that problem.
mm-hmm.
Yay, cool.
Woo!
And now it's up to us, SHDU, to keep talking because they all have their mouths full. So we can talk about
right.
whatever we want.
Who all got the mac and cheese one?
I didn't get the mac and cheese.
Oh, I'm the only one with
Yeah.
the mac and cheese. All right, I gotta. Hold on, I'll finish that one later. I gotta try the mac and cheese one.
Oh,
So
So really, this whole hype is about the normal chicken wraps that they have, but then they just spilled stuff into it.
basically, yeah. Well, no,
I mean
the
that's most
they
that's most dishes in most restaurants, really.
they took the chicken wrap off the menu, so it's that they brought the chicken wrap back,
Mm.
and they just brought it with so the spicy slaw and the mac and cheese one are like the new additions because they've always done the classic one.
They did the M&M thing. They said, "Look who's back again."
Yeah.
Look who's back. Brought a friend. That's
Yeah, exactly.
what you do.
And that friend is buffalo sauce.
There you go.
Well, apparently mac and cheese. So let's go ahead and try this one with the mac and cheese here.
Ooh.
It's a lot of carbs.
I feel like bringing it back on the menu doesn't really count. It's like, just say you ran out of tortillas, because that's it. You have everything else. You have the coleslaw and the chicken and the sauce.
Okay, this one is completely different as far as like the taste of it, and it's mostly because the mac and cheese gives it a lot of extra moisture that the classic didn't have.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, because of the cheesy. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Would you is it better than the original? Like, does it add anything to it?
I do feel like this is a lot better. Like I would get this one again
Mm.
because the mac and cheese definitely gives it a lot more texture, a lot more flavor. You're getting the cheese out of it, but you're also getting the mac out of it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good. Say Wong in the chat saying who wants to go to Starbucks Red Cup Day. I have 2 red cups from last season.
Red Solo Cup. I'll fill you up. What's a red cup day?
Oh, it's when they introduce the holiday cup, and you can get they have limited edition.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
the
that
limited
tomorrow?
edition cup thingies.
My wife sent me out at 4 in the morning, and I had to go to 4 different Starbuckses to try to find these.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't know
don't
it was
really participate in it because I don't really drink a lot of coffee anymore. So there's not a lot of reason.
And I
to do
never really have. So
it. Yeah. He was always a hot chocolate kid.
and now I'm kind of a tea person. So
Mm.
Nice.
Tang. You like Tang? You're a Tang kid?
I've been Tang like once in my life.
You're not
I
missing
think I
out.
like
Hey,
it.
Back in my day, that's all we had was Tang, and we liked it.
Oh wow.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just.
So does anybody know who has the has like a fast food special thing going in December? Like does McDonald's or Burger King do anything special for December so that we can get hangry next month?
McDonald's has the holiday pie.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that might be worth it.
I'll check and see if the crust has coconut oil in it, and if it doesn't, I'll eat it with you guys.
I like it.
It
Snack wraps.
Either way, I'm
sucks
in.
having an allergy like this.
KFC snack wraps. I approve.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, Taco Bell and KFC are owned by the same company?
And
Mhm.
pizza.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
Pizza?
And the Hut.
I have seen Pizza Hut / Taco Bell's before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm into it. I dig it.
Yay. So now that
give this,
everyone's
um,
in a carb coma.
Yeah, I will.
Let's
I give
move
this 8 kernels out of 11 herbs and spices.
Ooh.
Very good. Very good.
Nice.
James. I definitely give it in the state that it was in, I give it 8
It's California. We're in California.
no, meaning like
Nice.
meaning that if it were fresh, they probably would have been better. Right? But because they're like, for me, it's like they're an hour still warm, but not like really fresh. If I would have ate them like right as soon as I got them, probably a little bit better. But I give it 8.
About an hour old. Sounds like you're talking about our podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm making my own jokes.
I give it 8 mac and cheesy goodness out of 10 used tortillas from another restaurant.
I would like to comment that while I'm very grateful that we did this segment and that we got our wraps that the state that we're in, I would like to say that those tenders in that picture right there, those look like if you took a bite out of that, it would scrape all of the top of your gums completely out of your mouth. That looks like taking a bite out of original Trix cereal and they just don't break. Like that looks like Bleeding Gums City in that picture right there. Like that looks like it would hurt so bad. It's an attractive picture, but my God,
Remember, those have been sprayed with glue.
Yes.
My tenders did
Right.
not look like that.
Glue and shoe polish.
Yeah, it's usually glue and shoe polish that they put on it to make it look like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And those veggies are clearly plastic.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. That mac.
You know,
yeah. I'm
now
trying to think
that
of mac and cheese is, too.
we're getting all sassy with this and getting all, oh my God, look at that chicken. Why don't we go ahead and transition into some rumors, y'all?
Yeah,
Yes.
tonight I love it.
Sassy rumors.
I don't know where to get it.
Woo!
As you know, there's been a lot of behind the scenes drama surrounding Keven Franklin Costner, otherwise known as KFC, and Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone. I don't know what happened. These issues led to Costner leaving the show and ending the flagship Yellowstone series with a second part of season 5. According to a new report, they said, screw Keven Costner, because Costner might not even be appearing in the final season
Oh wow.
of Yellowstone. He kind of screwed him over.
Good. Maybe you can go back to making freaking baseball movies or something.
Ooh, okay. There's the title of our
Ooh.
show tonight, Phil. Hangry with Franklin Costner.
With Kevin Franklin Costner.
Yeah.
Franklin Costner.
Tacos on the table. Are we going to see Keven Costner in the final season of Yellowstone? Does anybody watch Yellowstone?
I don't.
Yeah.
I really do.
No.
I really honestly do not care.
I don't watch it. I know a lot of people watch this
A
show.
lot of people watch the show.
Yeah, it's like massive. My wife started watching it, but like never continued. So
It's cowboy porn.
yeah.
On a steel horse I ride. I like it.
And I'm wanted. Okay.
Mostly alive. Okay.
So tacos on the table or KFC chicken wraps on the table. Is Costner showing up?
Ambivalent tacos on the table.
I say no Costner.
I say no Costner too.
I say no Costner. That's why
No
I said tacos on the table.
No
Mhm.
Costner.
I'm just
right.
ambivalent about it.
Because I think there's going to be a thing. I think there's going to be a thing
He's
where
going to
it's
be
like
the thing?
they
What?
have
Oh,
to
but-
they have to pay him,
Yeah.
but like if he doesn't appear, they don't have to pay him as much, and they're going to be like, "Screw you,
Yeah.
you're not in it. You're written out." Sorry, Shadu, go.
All right, my very watery movie that I think only I like. Tacos are on.
I like that movie too. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. There's two of us now. Just two.
Two people in the world that like
Are
water.
you guys talking about Waterworld?
You can say Waterworld. Are we not
I-
allowed to say Waterworld?
Yeah. You can say that. Yeah.
Judge it.
It's a
I
great
just
stage
think
show
that
at Universal.
his eye makeup in Waterworld was on point.
Oh yeah.
Mutant. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, like I said, my tacos are on the table for him not coming back.
Anybody disagree? No. Oh,
Nope.
alrighty.
All in favor?
The eyes have it. All right, let's
This one's weird. This next one's super weird. One of the latest casting rumors for Marvel Studios Fantastic Four is saying that Jake Gyllenhaal is gonna play Reed Richards.
No.
yeah, tacos on the
I
table.
No tacos.
My tacos are not on the table for this one.
My tacos ran away as soon as you said Jake Gyllenhaal.
Not that I don't think that he would be a decent Reed Richards, but he's already Mysterio, and it's
Yeah.
I get that technically in the state that we're in right now, Mysterio is technically dead, but I don't think he's really dead. Two, I like you even with the universes changing and everything and getting the multiverse, we're not getting Jake Gyllenhaal
Mhm.
as both Mysterio and Reed Richards.
Marvel says, "I just can't quit you, Jake Gyllenhaal."
Oh God.
I
Even
just
though-
don't see him doing that. Now, I could see them doing a double fake out and making Jake Gyllenhaal really be Dr. Doom. And we thought he was Mysterio, and the real Mysterio hasn't even shown up yet.
Ooh.
Whoa,
Ooh.
my mind blown.
I just came up with that that was spitballing. there,
He,
people. Sorry.
he's a dude that is by far handsome enough to be Victor Von Doom.
I like him. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a really great actor. I think he could do it. I just don't think that they would put. He was the main villain of a Spider-Man film.
Right.
It's like
Exactly.
we saw his face a lot. It's not like I don't think. And if he was going to be Reed Richards, then people would have recognized him in
Right.
that movie as don't you look familiar? You look like Reed Richards kind of thing. I just see that
Right.
as a so.
Yeah. Or you look like the king of that one country.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That one third world dictatorship. Yeah.
So do we all agree that this isn't going to happen?
I don't think this is happening.
No
Yeah.
tacos.
My
No tacos.
my Johnny Blaze roasted tacos are off the table.
Yep. All right.
There you go.
So I'm
Should do
really
what you got.
excited about this actually.
All right.
Because I loved Eternals. I loved that movie. So there are rumors about Marvel's sequel, Eternals 2, that have been floating around the internet. The first film was released 2 years ago, and it was an official bomb for the studio, which I don't understand why, but that's another thing. Anyway, as the movie came up against a post-pandemic audience and an unimpressed fan base, but we may have some news about a sequel, as the executives may be looking to redeem themselves to the fans of the Eternals comic book lore. The report goes on to say that shortly before last year's San Diego Comic-Con, several trademark filings by Marvel Studios leaked online, with most announced to be on the way during the event. Among them was Celestial's End of Time, suggesting it could be tied to the wider multiverse saga and time travel.
Interesting.
I was gonna do that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, what do you think? What do you think, Shadu? Do you think we're getting a Eternals 2?
Gods, I hope so.
2 Shades of Blue.
I really, it expanded the world building so much. I feel like we need more. We need more of that. We need more of the Celestials. We need more of what their connection is to the other gods that we saw in Love and Thunder. There's all these lore questions. And there was that big tease at the end too. We need to know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
I welcome this. So
I would want a Eternals 2. I didn't hate the first one. I just think it was like the opening chapter of a book, and then they're like, okay, let's put the book down. Like, wait, I want to know what else is going to happen.
And it was very philosophical. It was really very good. It's just, So, I think Eternals is amazing, but...
You know what I want? I want them to, pull a Dave Filoni, and I want them to, legitimize the Eternals. The way Filoni, legitimizes things for Star Wars, an ice cream maker. You know what I mean? Legitimize something for Eternals. Give them an ice cream maker and let them have something. I don't know.
I see them going up. I see them going up against something like the Living Tribunal, and especially if you're gonna start really jumping into time and stuff like that. You can really start jumping into some of the more cosmic villains, and again, something like the Living Tribunal that lives in every time and space.
Well, I mean, we're also, if you think about it, there's 616, which is going to be our window into the MCU, and we've gone to the quantum realm, which is the smallest realm, the smaller creatures, right? The small one, the Lilliputians. Now we need to go to the higher or the larger than life part of the universe itself,
right?
Because all of those would be impacted during a multiversal war,
right?
So, and then if we are going to go to Galactus, if that's going to be the next universal threat, then you need to talk about the Celestials, and really we need to understand that part of the universe. And Eternity was already, we saw Eternity, we saw all these statues of all these, larger than life MCU characters. So they need to follow up on it. And I do think Eternals is, and a second Eternals movie is the best place to do that. And then maybe we'll get something answered that all of us are like, oh my freaking God, just tell us what the frick happened to that thing in the ocean.
So why is there a baby in the ocean, and what the hell happens to the Black Knight? Can we get more of this?
Yeah. I think that's because Blade keeps getting pushed back.
Oh yeah.
But,
With all the shakeups in Marvel right now and restructuring, do you think Eternals is somewhere on this, slate, phase 6 maybe, to like come back to it.
I think they're moving everything back so much. I
Mhm.
wouldn't put it past I wouldn't put it past anything to be legitimate. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't put it past
Right.
that it could actually happen because we don't know. Everything seems to be in flux. Like, we're not even hearing about the Fantastic Four anymore, except like random rumors
Right.
like the Jake Gyllenhaal thing. But it's not mentioned on anything anymore. They haven't really talked. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my optimistic tacos on the table for a Eternals 2.
Yeah, no, my tacos are on the table just because they need to expand on the storyline. Like as much as some people didn't like the movie, I think there's enough people who do enjoy this, and there is enough world building around this where we need an expansion on what happened as far as events from this film. So it's one of those things where again, people can hate on it all they want. A lot of people hated on Thor 2 and then enjoy Thor within the greater MCU. I want to see more of these characters. I want to see more from these characters. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're done with all their stories, and I definitely want to know what's going on with the Black Knight and all of that because that's like a huge thing. And
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a tease from like Blade or something like that.
maybe,
Yeah.
but Blade yeah, you know what? We'll get into this because now we've got the
We'll get
download and there's stuff in the download there. So
Yes,
instead of
my
us
chicken and
just
slaw.
teasing everyone, let's move on, everyone. Who else hasn't put tacos on the table yet? Let's get these tacos down and get moving.
My chicken and slaw tacos are on the table.
There you go. I like that.
Chicken and slaw tacos.
What's
And
the
Fourzze,
difference? Hold on.
tacos, no tacos?
I mean, yeah, they're on the table. Let's move forward.
Okay.
Hey, let's move forward so I can derail real quick. What's the difference between a taco and a wrap? Is it just the amount of tortilla? Like
It's
type
the
of
amount
tortilla.
of gold that they wear in their grill.
Right. It's also kind of the lyrical style. There's more. It's more flowing
Yeah.
and with tacos, and there's less with.
You don't want to mumble taco.
Like a
Right.
more Tejano type music with the tacos.
Yeah.
and-
There's a little Spanish guitar. Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Raps a little more hip hoppy.
Let's do this. It is now time for the download.
Man, how many?
Now
Interesting.
taquitos.
How many
Taquitos are like the Fleur kittens of the food world.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. After 118 days on strike, the SAG-AFTRA strike has finally come to an end. Yay! Woo! Sound effect insert. Yay!
I was so stressed about this. I honestly, I
Yeah.
was like, is it ever going to end? And like when the writers, I was really stressed about the writers too. I was like, I hope they're doing okay. And I mean, and now that it's over, I'm like, what am I going to stress about? But now my son is back, so I have that.
I was stressed too because the news stories were getting so thin. How do we produce a show each week?
And then we had 12 rumors before the whole thing ever ended.
Hey, the strikes gave us chicken wraps, so I'm okay with it.
Sure.
The Actors Guild and the studio reached a tentative deal on a new contract, which means Hollywood will be up and running again within the next few weeks, according to Deadline. Overall, the 6 months of Hollywood strikes are estimated to have cost Southern California economy more than $6.5 billion and 45,000 entertainment industry jobs as production ground to a halt when the WGA went on strike in early May and SAG-AFTRA followed suit in mid-July. Good for all the people that
Yay.
Yeah,
Like,
the AMPTP just kind of ruined Southern California's economy because
Yep.
right.
out. But
it was justified.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Very, very justified.
the actors and anybody who is a part of SAG-AFTRA, congratulations on you guys getting a deal that works best for you, and hopefully this also means that people can live a decent life as an actor.
Good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what needs to happen.
And
you
also,
know.
like be proud of their work. I felt so bad that so many things came out, like Ahsoka came out, and they weren't
Mhm.
allowed to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like we talked to a friend of the show, Albie, and he's like, as much as I want to tell you about, my set design, I can't. I'm like,
Mhm.
"Ah, that sucks so much. But
Yeah, but hey, it's
Yeah.
over. We
yay!
passed it.
Reach the
And
deal. Woo!
and James, I want you to repeat after me, okay? It's SAG
SAG.
AFTRA.
I am sick, okay? My nose is stuffed. I'm coughing. I'm trying not to get it on. Jeez.
he called out that he calls it Astra, so I mean it's fine.
Astra.
With
I'm
the
like,
SAG
not SAG Astra.
AFTRA strike, movies and TV shows can start production again soon, including Dogs. Deadpool 3 star Ryan Reynolds took to social media to tease the appearance of Dogpool with a photo and caption that reads, "Did Dogpool save the day? Not a chance in Gremlin hell, but she is." That's a she, is currently causing the Disney Plus merch department nightmares. The actor also teased the new release window for the film, says coming with the movie summer 2024. For AFTRA.
Fur.
I need a tissue. I need a tissue. And some Mucinex. Shout out to Mucinex. Deadpool 3 announced was coming or is coming July 26, 2024. More on that later.
Yeah, they had to get the just. I'm sorry, I don't want to say that she's an ugly dog, but she's an ugly dog.
Yeah.
Not the greatest looking dog, but
No.
That is the most precious, sweet thing I have
she's
seen
precious
in a
and
while.
adorable.
also has no teeth because that's why her tongue is hanging out like that.
I can't believe that you put such societal standards on this beautiful, beautiful animal. I don't know if I can go on.
Yeah, no, Fray, you know she's ugly. Look at her.
She's ugly cute. She's cuggly.
Mhm.
Or cute.
I am excited for
This
this.
is a cute dog. This is a cute dog.
This means that we get Dogpool as a character.
Mhm.
What I want to know now is who is going to voice Dogpool, or is it just going to be like, a dog running around doing stupid things?
Now that the strike is over, I can tell you all that, yeah, I've been tapped. I've been tapped to voice the dog, and I'm really happy about it. I can't really tell you anything about it, just that I have been tapped to do it. And yes, you guys can get the exclusive interview.
Say, Wong, does that dog have?
Yes, it's a Deadpool dog.
I was going to say
Yes,
it's a Deadpool dog, so it probably does.
All right, let's leave this poor dog alone.
Yeah.
This is so
Stop
messed up.
wielding
All
on
right.
the dog.
Let's give this dog a bone.
So speaking of things that are now going to be in production with the SAG-AFTRA strike, I'm sorry, we're talking about things that are not going to be in production with the SAG-AFTRA strike. There was a lot of excitement when it was announced that Keven Feige was going to be developing a Star Wars movie for Lucasfilm.
Mm.
However, earlier this year, it was reported that his Star Wars movie had been scrapped, and now Feige himself has confirmed that.
No.
During an interview with Entertainment Tonight, while at the premiere of The Marvels, Feige was asked, "What's up with the Star Wars movie? Is it happening?" His reply was a simple "no," and he shook his head.
And he did this really creepy smile. It was weird, y'all. It was creepy weird. I saw teeth that I didn't even know he had.
So what you're saying is he did the Ron DeSantis smile?
No, it wasn't that awkward, but it was like, you know how when in the Smile movie, which I haven't seen, but they smile and then their eyes get a little bit more like, I'm smiling harder, and their smile gets a little bit bigger. It was like that. He went, no, it was weird. Although the hat was cool.
Nope, creepy. I don't like it.
So then we know that Kevin is not a droid, in fact.
No, he could be. He could be malfunctioning.
Yeah. He's not a droid within the Star Wars universe at this point.
Right.
Which is why Matt Smith can't fix him.
That's why Matt Smith.
See?
Bring it back around, folks. Bring it back around.
Call back.
That's what we call it.
I'm just glad I got it out because it was like in my head, and I was like, "This is gonna be funny, guys. It's gonna be really funny."
Oh, jokes and jokes.
Jokes.
Just a typo. Just one typo. One typo. That I'm kind of sad about this because I kind of wanted to see Kevin Feige do something other than Marvel or MCU.
Yeah.
But and plus it sucks for Star Wars too because it's another project that they announced that gets scrapped. It's like, oh, here's something to get excited about.
Right.
Just kidding.
I feel like they just announced too much too quickly. They didn't already kind of have a consistent, schedule of, hey, like Marvel does with, hey, this is when this is going to be released. This is our timeline. I feel like they didn't have that. Or they tried to have, then tried to rush it out, and then they were like, we're not prepared to do this. So I think this is going to happen a little bit more until we actually get something.
And Star Wars have a Disney problem.
They do. They really do.
Because Disney is very, let's put out all this stuff and let's just really saturate it. And then they're like, we saturated it too much. So now we have to scale it back. But with the way that Marvel and Star Wars is putting out stuff just on a consistent basis that's actually good and keeps the essence of the characters and the story alive is much more important than getting oversaturated with a lot of crap.
I think things got clouded with we have to sell subscriptions to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Just put out good content and people will come.
Yeah.
And they'll
if
buy
you build it,
your toys and all of that. Yeah.
They will come.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you build a good chicken wrap, they will come.
Bringing it back around.
If you put slaw on it, half of them will come.
If you have America's coleslaw, they will come. All right, Greta Gerwig is a hot commodity in Hollywood, and Netflix moved quickly to lock her into making at least 2 film adaptations of Chronicles of Narnia for Netflix. Over the weekend, Scott Stuber, head of Netflix Film, attended the grand opening of the Americans. How do you say that?
Cinematique.
Right. Cinematique at the Egyptian Theater Hollywood, and Stuber gave Collider an update on Chronicles of Narnia, saying, well, I think people know that we're aspirationally trying to get Greta Gerwig's Chronicles of Narnia together and get that movie, which will be next year.
Woo!
That's exciting.
I guess that means production next year.
Yeah, that's
exciting.
Well, I mean, at least, if not production, I mean, they're at least going to be doing casting and whatnot. They're kicking off everything that they need to get done in 2024. So,
yeah.
All right. I had no idea this was happening, but I'm excited about it.
And that's why we have a podcast.
Exactly.
You're welcome. What's the lion's name again?
Aslan.
Aslan.
Yeah.
Jesus
Aslan.
is his name.
Yeah,
Jesus is his
Hey,
he's Jesus's persona.
do you think we're gonna get weird Aslan that's always doing the splits? You think we're gonna get a version of that? Barbie callback. Heyo.
Voiced by Kate McKinnon.
I really hope we get Aslan and then just Aslan without the S. Just randomly somewhere in there.
Alan. Okay.
Alan.
I see what you
Alan.
did
I was trying.
Spelling.
Yeah.
All right. In Batman is a fascist news, Max has announced when Blue Beetle will make its way onto the streaming service. This is nice. Blue Beetle will be flying onto Max Friday, November 17th.
Yeah.
That is this Friday. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I love this movie, man. This movie's great.
I like that.
I
They're pulling
love
it. They're pulling in Netflix. You know, it's just like, hey, we're gonna announce something. Guess what? It's tomorrow. You know,
Right.
I like that. I like that versus like
Yet
it's coming
Barbie-
in 2024. What?
Yet Barbie isn't
Hey.
on there yet.
You got to buy it.
Yeah,
You gotta buy
Barbie is
Barbie.
because they know that people will still go out and buy Barbie.
I
They
know.
got-
I asked for it for Christmas.
See, I bet actually the Blu-ray is going to be huge. It's going to be huge
Huge.
Huge.
for the holiday season.
Huge.
Barbie.
You know what else
I
is
invented
huge?
Barbie. It's great.
You know what else is huge? That there have been a number of Marvel movies that have been delayed.
Deal.
That is huge. Tell me about it.
Okay, so we're going back to the Marvels, y'all. A number of upcoming Marvel movie projects have been given new release dates. Shocker. The news comes after production on these projects were stalled due to the SAG-AFTRA strike,
See, I like that. That sounds good. Sounds a lot
Yeah,
better than
which
mine.
is officially over now. Phew. Here are the details on the new release dates. Okay. All right. So let's play a game. We'll do a game with this. All right.
I want to
All
play
right.
a game.
So
Ooh.
so pick a number between 1 and 5.
4.
Bill?
Fantastic Four.
3.
5 is my favorite number. So 5.
5, 4. Okay. 4s, did you say 4? 4. Okay.
Woo.
All right. 4s wins. Blade has moved from February 14th, which it's the perfect Valentine's movie, y'all. So moved from February 14th, 2025 to November 7th, 2025. Just in time to get all cuddly cozy for a Blade movie. All
Perfect
right.
Thanksgiving meal movie.
Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, and 5. 4 is no longer on the table.
So 3, just because this is a weird date, but now makes sense. So
Okay.
2.
7. I don't know.
7.
All right, Phil wins. Fantastic Four has moved from February 14th of 2025 to May 2nd of 2025.
So Fantastic Four and Blade were supposed to be on the same day.
I guess so. Double feature, y'all.
I guess.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. That's
Well, I
weird.
think Fantastic Four never had a solid date.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Okay, we got 1, 2, and 5.
5. 5.
2. Okay. Phil.
Oh, shit, 5. Let's do it.
Okay. Thunderbolts has moved from December 20th, 2024 to July 25th of 2025. So instead of getting all bundled up to go see the Thunderbolts, we're going to have a summer release. I hope they bring their bikinis. All right.
All right.
1 or 2.
Number 2.
All right.
1.
Deadpool 3
Number 2.
was moved from May 3rd, 2024 to July 26th of 2024. That's not right. That should be 2025, right? No, it's 2024. It's the only one in 24. Okay. That's right. Never mind.
Right.
All right. And then last but not least, Captain America Brave New World. All right. It has moved from July 26th, 2024 to February 14th, 2025. That's right, y'all. Get your bromance, your romance, your domance. I don't know. And go see that movie.
The domance was the chicken wraps earlier.
Go.
Yes, it was.
All right. So Deadpool's going to be the only Marvel Studio movie out in 2024 as of right now.
Wow.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So do you guys think, is that cool? We've gotten so used to having so much Marvel content.
I might feel a little. Recently I have kind of felt it's been kind of oversaturated, and I've become a little disillusioned with some of the Marvel stuff. So no, I think it'll be great. I think it'll kind of reinvigorate everybody's hype for it.
Now also keep in mind that's just the film slate, because there's still TV shows that are going to be
right. Exactly.
Right.
But what shows are they putting out? Echo's coming out in one day in January or something like that. It's all dropping.
Yeah, it's all dropping at the same time.
I don't know what other shows they got.
What If is also coming. Then Daredevil.
Daredevil is supposed to be 2024.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Interesting. So, for this year, it feels like, okay, the strike happened. We're only getting one. Iger said that they wanted to concentrate on quality, not quantity. But if you think about it, like, that makes sense. I see what they're doing. But in 2025, there's 4 movies now. Yeah. So it's not really slowing down, right?
No, they're just delaying it, basically.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I think they're playing it safe in 2024. They might, squeak in one more at the end of the year kind of thing. But I think it just depends on where they are. I think right now they're like, no, we're just going to say one in 2024, but we'll see what we can do by the end of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm okay with them slowing down a bit.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. So, all right. Fourzze? Any thoughts? Cool stories?
I don't see X-Men on this list, so my disappointment's through the roof.
Deadpool 3 is going to have X-Men in it. So,
that's true. But I'm talking about X-Men.
How about X-Men 97?
Yeah, that's great, and I'm looking very forward to it. But I'm ready for the X-Men movie, and that was originally supposed to be in 25, and now it's not.
That was a rumor, though. They never confirmed that X-Men was coming out at any point.
Yeah, they've never really said anything. But
I don't care. I've been denied my Cyclops.
Speaking of denying things, I don't know. That's actually not a transition. I just know we need to move on.
We got gaming news. So speaking of everything going on, and on to some gaming news.
Speaking of things we've been waiting for a very long time.
Very long time. Rockstar Games has confirmed that Grand Theft Auto 6 is in development, and they've revealed that the first trailer for the video game will be released next month in December. The statement has the statement has signed by Rockstar president Sam Houser and published on X. We are very excited to let you know that in early December, we will release the first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto. We look forward to many more years of sharing these experiences with all of you, which means Grand Theft Auto 6 is a 72-year game model like Grand Theft Auto 5 was.
Oh, wow.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is over a 20-year-old game at this point.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
It's I'm exaggerating, obviously, but it's like 11 years that Grand Theft Auto 5 is.
Well, Old School 6 that hasn't happened before with anything else, really. So
Man, I saw that Mass Effect teaser. What?
Woo. I know. Anyway, so cool. I'm just happy for the gaming community in general. I really don't care that much. I'm excited it's happening, but it's not my kind of thing.
Yeah, I love Grand Theft Auto, and it's mainly because the storyline has always been the focus in Grand Theft Auto. So you have a really good story and really good gameplay, and the games tend to be really good. That Unreal Engine 5 leak that came out a while back, like at least the movements and everything looked really cool. So I'm excited for what this is gonna be, and I'm excited for the game in general. You know, I'm excited to see what the trailer's gonna drop, like how it's gonna look.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
I also want to I've been wondering for a while, like what city is it going to take place in? You know, like where is it going to be? You know, obviously Liberty City is New York, and then you have
Miami.
Well, Miami hasn't happened in the games yet. It
What?
happened in the OG Vice City. Yeah, you're right. Vice City.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to see a revamped Vice City, or I don't remember the name of the city, but the one that's supposed to be New Orleans, because they in the original the top down Grand Theft Auto games, they went to a bunch of different cities. So
Cool.
Cool. All right.
I've never played any of them. So
No. All right, that's all the news we got.
all right, well, let's get into this giant size breakdown, because it is now time to break it on down.
Break it down. We got 3 episodes of Loki to cover. Well,
I
don't know,
promise
man.
I'm not gonna cry.
No,
I
you better
promised
cry.
myself I wouldn't cry.
You're not gonna cry? I would totally cry. All right.
I've already cried twice. You don't want to see it. It's horrible.
We got to go back.
I
Gotta
did
do it
too,
again.
for the record, but only because she was.
Oh, record.
Yeah.
Right as you said that, record came on screen. Oh my
Hey!
like you've seen this before. Okay, Loki season 2 finally introduced Victor Timely, a Kang variant, first teased in the post-credit scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, played by once again Jonathan Majors. Victor Timely is shaping up to be an important character inclusion, especially after the ending of Loki season 2 episode 3, going into the show's finality or final 3 episodes. We're going to cover 3 episodes here. We don't have to cover every single Easter egg, but we can talk about the various Easter eggs we've seen. And it's weird because it's kind of hard to talk about these 3 episodes individually now that we've seen all 3, because it's almost like they're time looping on each other.
Yeah, it's like they like stack and like, yeah, it's just, yeah. It's like a blooming onion.
It's like a snake eating its own tail, you could say.
Oh my
Wait.
God.
Stop spoiling things. All right.
No spoilers. Okay.
Episode 4, we get to learn about the Ouroboros. We never really understood why he was called Ouroboros, right?
Right.
We understand the
Well-
meaning behind it, but not why they went from, what was his name, like O.D. Douglas or something like that?
A.D. Doug.
A.D. Doug to Ouroboros. I guess it's
And
just
you
a
know,
code name.
A.D. Doug is ad, right? A.D.D. ad.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
repairs and advancement, that's RNA.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
He's
That's
the
actually,
RNA of the, yeah.
that's pretty smart, actually.
Well, like in this episode, we don't really find out why his name is Ouroboros, but by the end of it, I think we get a good explanation. So when we get to that one, I'll go
We'll
over
talk about
why I think if we all aren't on the same page by then. So I will happily explain that if you guys would like. So.
I need a lot of things explained. Like, I enjoyed it and I followed it, but I couldn't explain it. So I may need you to explain some things to me. Like, the things that I got were like the Miss Minutes thing looked like the Jurassic Park dude where he's like,
Yeah. There were
That
a
was great.
lot
You
of
can say the
like,
magic words.
yeah, there were a lot of thematic Easter eggs too. I think like a lot more use of shapes and the way the shapes were in the room to signify if it was a safe place or not a safe place, and just different things like that. I think they really played with shapes this season And by the end, I think we understand, like, I want to go back and watch the whole season over again just to see if I can catch some of the stuff now that I know know the ending. But yeah, there were a lot of things that I feel like Mobius was named Mobius for a certain reason, or Ouroboros was named Ouroboros for a certain reason. And I think it all has to do with loops, but we'll get into it. So let's move on.
I would have loved to have seen like the origin of their names. I think that would have been cool to get that kind of like, why is Casey, but then B25 is B25, like
Casey could be Case C, like he was Case C, and that's why they called him Casey instead of Frank.
Or Casey Jones,
Casey Jones. Yeah,
he's the. Sorry, that's a dumb Disney joke. All right, never mind.
Right, and it's like Ravonna Renslayer. Why did that? So a lot of bird things going on there, which actually is really good because Odin had ravens that were his creatures, and that's a very bird-like thing. And anyway, I went down the Norse mythology rabbit hole. So.
And she's apparently the slayer of wrens. So
yes,
there are so many
Kylos and Sabines. Oh,
I didn't even realize I was gonna have so many questions after. Like I put in notes and everything. I'm like, oh, here's some Easter eggs. But like now that we're talking about it, like I'm gonna have so many questions. Like, why did we see the Zartan contingent book?
That's the book that A.D. Doug wrote.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why it was there. It's just that it was just another clue to who they were on the timelines, on their timelines. All of that, because all like the Post-its that were in there, that's also in A.D. Doug's lab. And then you see
was it like
Victor
a G.I. Joe reference? Like what? I want to know what Zartan contingent is. And then it made me think like there was a failsafe and we were gonna see the Zartan contingent, like maybe the whole like let's give the TVA book to a young Victor Timely. That was the Zartan contingent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be. Absolutely. They didn't really explore it, and I don't know if it was more just like a sight gag or what.
It may have just been a joke. I'm not sure. I would not be surprised if Marvel or someone releases a book called The Zartan Contingent now, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, Marvel's always you tend to have like a lot of like inside jokes from the staff. So I mean, that could just be a joke for like within them.
Right. I mean, there could be a guy named like Zach Zartan or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Zach Zartan, double Z. It's gonna be my new screen name, Zach Zartan,
or even Zane Zartan.
Zane. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about this. All right. So when we pick up where we left off from episode 3. Ravonna was at the Citadel at the end of time, and Victor Timely had just been pushed through a temp pad door with Loki and co. So we pick back up there, and we see Ravonna and Miss Minutes, because she calls Miss Minutes, and Miss Minutes tells her, hey, I got a secret. And then she shows the beginning of the TVA to Ravonna, and it includes something called Protocol 42.
Oh yeah.
So where they he erases everyone's mind.
Yes, everybody's right.
Yeah. So
big relationship with the number 42 in Marvel. It's like it's there's a lot of different things within Marvel that have number 42. So like Protocol 42, which is what they just did here. There's another reference in Spider-Man in across the universe, across the Spider-Verse. 42 was the universe that Miles is Spider is from, and also the universe where Miles is the Prowler. And then of course you have 42, which is like the prison 42 is a reference to Reed Richards and Hank Pym and the and kind of like it's almost like the negative zone in DC.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And of course,
And
it is
that-
also the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when husband and I got married, SHDU actually dressed as Arthur Dent
I did.
from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I did an Arthur Dent costume because I have a green robe. It's almost exactly the same as in the film adaptation. So I did the whole thing. It was the most comfortable wedding I've been to.
But did you forget your towel?
No, he didn't. He had it on.
I didn't forget my towel. Weirdly enough,
You can't go in
was
without your
funny.
towel.
yeah. No, it was very useful. It's good.
That's funny. That's funny.
And I wasn't mad at all. No, I'm just kidding. It was a costume wedding. It's totally in line. All right, so sorry about that, but yeah, no. So I like that. I think the 42. I think that's an interesting thing. I do think it probably has something to do with Douglas Adams. I mean, Marvel Comics really started coming out in the 60s. That was the big thing, and so yeah, I could absolutely see that.
Mm-hmm.
How about
Mhm.
Victor Timely's name? Wasn't Marvel Comics named like Timely Comics or something like
Yeah.
that?
Comics.
Yep.
Beforehand?
Yeah.
Is that where the name is from, or like a little homage?
I think originally, yeah, they did. When they did Victor Timely, I think that was like an in joke with the editor and the writer or something, that it
Mhm.
was from Timely Comics, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'd have to research it.
Mm-hmm. I don't. What's interesting about this whole Victor Timely Kang thing is
Mhm.
the more I try to put it together, the more confused I get. Like Victor Timely had that little, like, I don't know if it powered the MacGuffin that they were trying to build, but that temporal core or device that he was doing,
The multiplier?
the multiplier.
The throughput multiplier.
Yeah,
That's it, yeah.
that looked like the thing from Quantumania.
It
Oh
did
yeah! Oh,
kind
it
of.
did.
I
did.
missed that. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to rewatch that movie now.
So it confused me. Like, oh, so wait, he made it, or wait, the other Kang made it, and I was like, I don't.
Huh.
He got all lost in.
Thing in
Well,
general, Kang just makes that thing.
yeah, it's one of those. I think that's like in Doctor Who universe, is like a point in time that can't be changed, and I think that's probably it. Like that's no matter what, Kang's variants, no matter which one, they all make that, and they figure out the loom thing and understand that there are different timelines and different universes and variants and all that, and that's what starts the war. So
Right,
I think,
so it's a Nexus event then.
yeah, like it's a Nexus event, but it's out of time. They were out of time when they found it, but most of them would be in time. So,
All right, I got it. Can we jump to episode 5 and the Alcatraz thing, which I did not.
Yeah. I loved that.
yeah, absolutely.
We get to see Casey's origin. What was his name? Frank
Morris.
Yep,
Frank
Morris.
Morris. I loved the
Very
season 1.
I was saying that's a very traditional Filipino name.
Yeah, exactly. I loved what is it? The DB Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
The reference in season 1.
I loved how they brought unexplainable mysteries into this, and I was like hoping they would do that again, and we kind of got that with this whole Alcatraz escape, and Casey was one of the prisoners. I dug that a ton.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It scored me some points in the game.
Again, I still think that one of the other prisoners should have been Ryan Bergara. I'm just saying.
Who? Sofia Vergara? What?
We watch the channel Watcher on YouTube. And Ryan Bergara does Ghost Files, and they did a thing about Alcatraz, and we're talking about that. It's a thing. Anyway.
Ooh, I kind of want to see that. Send me a link.
Okay. It's really funny because they're ridiculous when they do it. But anyway, no, I loved that. I do think I really liked how the characters this season interacted with each other and how they put them in different scenarios. Like Casey got extra duties. He became, OB's like assistant, and you realized, oh gosh, this guy is actually really smart. And, yeah, they were put through the ringer, but I liked all of the connections.
Yeah, no, I think it really brought more depth and personality to a lot of the characters. I mean, not that there wasn't some in the first season, but it did challenge them more and kind of brought out more sides of them we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Casey and like sides we haven't seen, so here's a little nugget. As Casey's variant Frank is shown enacting his escape plan from Alcatraz, he can be heard saying, "If they catch us, they're gonna gut us like fish." It's a reference to Loki in season 1, where Loki and Casey are interacting, and Loki tells Casey he will gut him like a fish, and Casey replies, "What's a fish?"
Yeah. That was awesome. That was awesome.
I like that little callback, but it also shows like, hey, these TVA agents are getting their mind wiped, but it's not like they retain all those memories
Idioms.
that they should
Yeah.
know, like what a fish is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're just here to do your job, so go do your job and don't ask questions. Maybe that's what the pie does. Don't ask questions.
So yeah, I was gonna say. So there's a lot of.
Brainwashing pie.
I was gonna say I have a couple theories about sugar and the TVA, but it all comes down to sugar with me, I guess. But no, I was gonna say that I really like. So when we found out that they had wiped everybody's memories, then I just assumed that they probably had to do it like multiple times. Like it wasn't the first time. Well, that was the first time, but we don't know how many times that they've had to do it. So the reason that Casey might not know what a fish is because they've had to wipe his memory so many times that he barely knows what's going on, So
who am I?
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought the Alcatraz stuff was cool. I'm glad they put it in because I was like, oh, are we not going to get another thing? And I thought, oh, well, they did the H.H. Holmes thing, so that's kind of neat. But it was like, that was more of a just, hey, we're in this time period. Let's talk about people in this time period.
Right. Did we get everybody's origin story? Yeah, we got OBs. We got B25s. Yeah.
B15.
B15.
Yeah. And we finally got to see Mobius on a jet ski.
Yeah. Trying to sell jet skis to
right.
So it is interesting that even if they have the memory wipe, there's still echoes of their previous life too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just
like
thought
the core of who they are seems to be the same.
Right.
And that's really neat. Although I would, Casey didn't seem like he was that like maniacal, but then also he did seem like he was hiding. Like every time you walked up to him, he was like, "What?" It's like he was always scared. So that could be it too. Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was great. I liked that we got to see who Ouroboros really was, and that he was in basically the same space in his timeline as he was.
Hoarded. I do want to know if that's just him kind of having these echoes of memory, these shadows of his previous life, or that whenever he was kidnapped or whatever to be this to be OB, that they just wholesale took the whole facility and put it in the TVA.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, did they build the TVA around his laboratory?
Oh.
Huh. It almost felt like that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, he is
like maybe he was from like some
TVA almost.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just there's fragments of something that makes up the TVA, but it just made me think like we're literally standing in the same laboratory, that he is when he's in the TVA. Like, is it the same laboratory? I'm not sure. But
it could be something that like I don't think he had his mind wiped as much as like maybe the analyst would, or people that were working like day to day on finding more variants and doing more things, that kind of thing where accidents tend to happen when you cycle people through other people. So, send the wrong analyst out and they meet a variant of themselves. It's like, whoa, who's that? It could be that. So I think maybe OB didn't. And so his mind still had a lot of the like symbolic stuff. Like he's like, I don't know why I want this to be my lab, but I'm going to build it this way. And it just so happened to be like, it's like that kind of like memory that you're not really sure why, subconscious memories. It could be that was because you got your mind wiped. And we're all doing it right now. I'm just kidding.
That's the way it feels like sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish. But...
All right, let's get to the finale because I think there's going to be a ton of questions and all like episode 4 and 5. It's just build up to the finale. So why don't we jump into the finale because I think that's where a lot of the discussions are going to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's so much going on in this episode, and it's just just kind of like.
Yeah, I think let's get to the finale. And I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Phil. I apologize.
That's what I'm getting into is the finale. I'm saying there's so much that happens in this episode, and like from the just the control of the time slipping to, I think one of my favorite things in the entire episode is Loki rewinding so many times so that he could learn astrophysics.
Yeah, learn science. I just said he learned science. Yeah, it took him centuries to learn all of science. He learned all of
centuries later.
Yes.
So crazy.
It's like that's massive to just like go back in time so many times that you learned science.
Yeah. There were so many things about the last episode that I was just like, wow, this is really deep. Like they are going so hardcore with this.
Right.
That's incredible.
He the way he basically went and said goodbye to everybody too. I mean, it was like, oh, gut wrench. I was like, just take my heart right now. But anyway, I think we got a lot of Groundhog Day, and I think we needed that.
Right.
I think that the first 3 episodes and finding Victor timely and all that, I think that was a distraction from what Loki was avoiding because that's what he does. He avoids things.
Right.
He didn't want to know what the time slipping was about. And so they fixed it. So he didn't have it. But, that's what he needed. That was actually the key to figuring out how to change things. And so I thought that was really neat that it was like, okay, so we did all of this and no matter what they did, a new issue would come up and it wasn't fixed and a new thing would come. And I was like, wow, this is the essence of Loki and what they talked about in episode 5 of season 1, where all the Lokis were together and they said, well, that's what Lokis do. We lose. And our Loki said, no, we survive. And so it's like they were just like slapping him in the face with that.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. And that he who remains thought, no, he believes what all the other Lokis believe, that they're going to lose, that he's going to lose. He's a loser. He always loses. But he didn't realize that Loki was all about survival. And so I think that was the miscalculation.
I think it was interesting because was it this episode where Sylvie and him had that drink, in the conversation where like, what do you want? What do you want, Loki? And he was forced to like answer the question. He's like, I want to save things. Like, no, you don't. Like, what do you want? And he's like, I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, I want my friends. I want
my friends. I don't want to be alone.
That was 5.
Yeah, but still, it makes it all the more tragic with what the ending actually was, which again we can get into.
Exactly. Like he did all this just to save his friends, and ultimately it took his sacrifice to save them, but now he's alone. Super sad. Super sad.
But I think so. So let's talk about Ouroboros and his name and what it means, and we'll talk about Mobius and what his name means in context of the show. So the first season was about tracing through time and the different timelines, the variations and the variants and stuff like that. So it's going to different times and different places along the timeline. And a Mobius strip is a theoretical form of time travel. So Mobius was his way into time and moving back and forth through the timeline. So I think that's why Mobius was named that. I think in the comics, though, Mobius his name is something different, and there's a lot of differences from the TVA and the TVA and MCU. And then Ouroboros, the second season of Loki has been, and I think the whole of this TV experiment has been that it's a closed loop. That Loki was always meant to do this so that Kang becomes present in the MCU and everyone has to defeat him finally, kind of thing. And so Ouroboros being a snake that eats its own tail is in Norse mythology, but also is a scientific term of a closed loop. It's like an Ouroboros eating its own tail. So I think that's why Ouroboros was named that. That's why he was named Ouroboros, was because he was that. He's the one that said time slipping. He's the one that introduced this looping. He looped with Victor Timely because he would have never written the TVA guidebook if Victor Timely hadn't had all of the ideas, and Victor Timely would have never had the ideas if he hadn't read the TVA guidebook. So it's like that kind of thing. So that's the perfect example of a closed loop. No matter what you do, it always comes back on itself.
Yeah.
And I think
and I do think that the whole Loki I'm just gonna spoil it because we're doing all that. I think Loki becoming the god of time or the god of stories or whatever is a fated thing too, where that has to happen for all of these other things to happen. So that was always inevitable. That's kind of a nexus point as well.
It's interesting. It's interesting. You know what I liked? I liked how they went back to the finale of season 1. And they're like, you got to go back. You got to do it. And like, he doesn't want to kill Sylvie. And he just keeps going and going and trying to do it over again. He's like, I'm not willing to kill Sylvie. There's got to be another answer. And then all of a sudden he's like, we've had this conversation before, haven't we? And it's like, oh, finally. We're getting somewhere with you, Loki. Finally. But I love how Loki learned to play outside of Kang's rules. I think that's what's key, is like, it's not about saving the sacred timeline. It's about saving all the timelines, you know, and I think they planted those seeds earlier with like Sylvie and B-15, where they're like millions of people, you know, as they were pruning all the timelines. I'm like, you know, a week ago, and you were doing this and not even thinking about it, but now it's like you see people for who they are. You know? So it's kind of interesting seeing Loki come up with a different solution. And I think Kang was betting like, this is my game. I'm making the rules, and Loki found a way to go outside of his rules. And I think that was key for all this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it brought the mischief back. Because that's really, I mean, he's a trickster god. So like having that, it was very, I love that. Like, you know, you're having the conversation and He Who Remains is treating him exactly like he did in the first season. And then, you know, he's like, oh, you can't pause time yet. Oh, you can't, you know, and he's like really just like trashing on him. And then suddenly, you know, Loki goes, oh, what makes you think this is the first time we've had this conversation? And he's just like, oh, all right, sit down. You know, it's like, let's have a conversation. And I loved that when they got real. It was like when they got real. It was like the real world. all over again.
You know, kind of. You mentioned something earlier about like, I think colors.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's kind of interesting how the TVA is kind of stale and orange, you know, and then Loki's colors are normally green and gold, and at the end, everything goes green. We see, the world tree
Right.
or
Mhm.
life tree. How do you say it?
Yggdrasil.
Yeah.
Is how I say it. But I don't know.
Which is crazy because that's a callback to like the entire series, like the
Mhm.
amount, or like the entire, not just Loki as a series, but like everything Marvel. Like one of the first
Yeah.
things that you see in Captain America is Yggdrasil, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Wait,
that,
what? Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. In Captain America: First Avenger.
in First Avenger, that's
Yeah, Red Skull is stealing the Tesseract
right.
from
Out of
out of a
Yggdrasil.
church. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Oh.
it's the snake that actually in Norse mythology is
Is an
the
Ouroboros.
child, is an Ouroboros, but is the child of Loki.
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr, yeah.
Yep, Jormungandr.
Wow.
He does this to me every time. Yeah. So but yeah, it is. So he so that's really cool too. So there's a lot of stuff in this, like, that they really went with a lot of like hardcore history Easter eggs too, not just Marvel Easter eggs, which I thought was really interesting. I've heard that it's not really Yggdrasil, it's like a multiversal Yggdrasil, and that's what it is. But I really believe, because of the whole time loop thing that they're saying, I think he probably is the guardian of Yggdrasil now, and he just expanded it to make it a multiversal tree of life. So instead of 9 realms, it's got however many realms it needs. So.
Interesting.
I think because Yggdrasil, before the multiverse expanded and all of that, was just the sacred timeline.
Yeah.
Too. And so now the tree has grown, that these branches are allowed to grow. So, and the
instead
fact
of
that,
it being pruned and staying small, now it's allowed to grow as it needs to grow.
exactly.
Oh,
And it can be an ever-growing tree.
I like this.
Yeah. And then there's no segue here, but this is something Fray brought up too, that Loki's magic has always been green, too. And green is the time stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting that he's kind of always been a god of time in a way, too, because he's been using that sort of magic, that sort of green kind of Viridian magic,
right,
to do all his illusions and all of that. And what are illusions if not interruptions in time, in a way?
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it has been green, and you guys are smart. Hey, at the very end, did you catch the reference for Ant-Man and the Wasp, where who was it?
Yeah. They were causing some problems on 616.
Yeah.
Oh, the realm adjacent to 616.
Yeah, there's like a little problem down by
Yeah.
A little problem. Oh yeah. Which also brings up because we learn in Multiverse of Madness that all of the realms are numbered and named, right?
Right.
Is that the TVA? Has the TVA been naming and numbering all these realms this whole time? And that's where all of this comes from.
Interesting. That actually is an interesting concept.
Yeah. And then we could say the Illuminati in that realm are connected to the TVA in some way.
Oh, snap, you're right.
Yeah.
Because
I just thought of that.
It was, what's her name? Doctor Strange lady.
Rachel McAdams. Christine Palmer. I'm like, actress Rachel Adams.
Because
Rachel McAdams.
Didn't she name the universes?
She said
Or
something
reference
about,
the
hey,
universes?
you're from 616 or whatever. Yeah. So maybe she has some sort of connection to
the TVA.
The TVA. Huh. I just thought of that. That's, yeah.
No, I just thought of that because you said that.
Well, no, I'm saying I just
And
thought
then
of
you
the
heard
whole,
me say
hey, they
it.
named.
Thus, we're a closed loop.
Well, no, that they named they may have named the universes too.
That's the thing, is that everybody's been complaining about how, like, oh, well, none of these movies are like in this phase are connected, and it's like it's all starting to come together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And that's
And I
good sign.
mean,
they've been
yeah.
playing the long game, where like just people have been impatient, right? They've
Mhm.
been playing the long game, and it's like, no, it's all going to connect. It's just it's one of those things where we're going to reveal it, and then everything's going to click, and everyone's going to be like, oh my god, this all makes sense,
Right. Right. I think that's starting to happen.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what we're getting to, that. Like, we hit that pivot point. The thing that I thought was really cool that we have yet to talk about in the last episode was how the opening fanfare
Oh,
went
yeah.
in reverse
Oh, yeah,
along with the music.
Yeah.
That was so
Right.
freaking awesome.
Marvel and their Easter eggs, like just the way that they
Yeah.
do things, or like just kind of how they foreshadow things is really good. They do it a lot
Yeah.
with logos. They do it a lot with like the logos of like the show, like the Loki logos in the last couple
Right.
episodes.
They've been gold and green, and there's
Right. You know, they're really good about putting Easter eggs in there that you just don't really pay too much attention to. But then when you go back and watch it on for a second watch, like, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if we brought this up yet, but we got the answer to who pruned Loki as well.
Oh, yeah.
That was the big it was himself. Exactly, which makes so much sense in retrospect. But
And again, foreshadowing, because they talk about it at the beginning of the show that he's gonna have to prune himself.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he did.
Yeah, and there's so many things, like just this episode was so good. Like, the last
Oh,
episode was
yeah.
so good.
It brought
It
everything
was
together.
so good. Yes.
It redeemed Marvel television, I think, a little bit too, after the show that shall not be named.
Oh, yeah.
Too, it brought back, hey, Marvel TV can be good too, you know. So it
Yeah,
doesn't all have to
absolutely.
be the big CGI fest. So no, it was really intellectual and philosophical and all of that. And it was just,
But by the way, the effects were
Oh, yeah,
amazing
yeah.
in this show.
Oh, definitely.
This was an excellent series. Season 1, season 2. Like, the way they handled the I don't know what they call that, when, you know, they're fading away, and the spaghetti and
The
all that was
spaghettification.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spaghettification. The
Unraveling.
way Loki at the end was grabbing like the vines, you know?
Mhm.
Oh,
And
it was just
Putting them
So
in,
cool.
like making them
and there was
his
this. I mean, it's
cape
the.
and
I mean, it was
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
the production design and the effects and everything, but it was also the acting itself too. That he looked like he was struggling to,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
pull them together.
Yeah.
almost like
Yes.
he was Sisyphus.
Yeah,
Ooh.
There are
Going
a
up the
lot
mountain,
There's a
pushing
lot of
that
mythology,
boulder.
a lot of
Yeah.
mythological references here.
And his outfit at the end. First of all, thank goodness he finally got to change clothes.
Right, I know. And the same thing
Right?
for the whole
but
series.
Suit.
Pretty
his
much.
final outfit, that like just dark green, those shoes, how his horns are.
Oh, and that the
I was
fact
like,
that the horns
yeah,
were the same material as the Citadel at the
right,
end of time.
exactly. But it was like, this is a Norse god.
Yeah.
He's not shiny. He's not wearing the most expensive shoes and got the
Right.
3-piece suit.
It's Viking. It's very you have this kind of this darker, more frozen, kind of chilly aesthetic. It's he looks like he looks like a traditional Loki.
Yeah.
He looks like a winter god.
Yeah.
God. And that's what Norse gods were. They were winter gods.
were-
So like
yeah.
it was just really nice. And I liked it. And all three of us, when we saw this one, were like, I bet those shoes are so comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, they look. Yeah. No, it's amazing, and it's. I do wonder now, since I mean, he obviously is sitting in that same chair, that Loki has taken the place of He Who Remains now, in a way.
Right.
Too. You
And
know.
keeping everything together.
Mhm.
Right, which is why he has the same materials, the Citadel, and the clothing. I do wonder. I have to look at it again to see if the clothing is like maybe reminiscent in some way of He Who Remains, just with different colors. I don't think it is, but it was really interesting that everything kind of changed for him, yet the horn stayed the same. So yeah, no, it was.
Did He Who Remains wear socks? Because there was a bold fashion choice for Loki at the end to not wear socks. So I was like, all right, okay,
dude.
That's how we're gonna sit for all time, always. No
Yeah.
socks, huh? All right.
Yeah, that's just a thing with people who wear loafers.
Right.
He's a god.
Right.
He has no need of socks.
Right.
I have no need of socks.
What a grand and intoxicating innocence. And
But well, if you think about like how colors in the MCU have been like windows into people's intentions or their power bases or things like that, then Loki going full green was him accepting that he's gonna, he is like the god of time or the god of, they say god of stories, but he's the god of time.
right. Right.
And
Full green,
so
no
having,
socks. let's just say.
full green.
Right. So then College of Valor Bard now, right? Or
Right. But yeah, so and then with He Who Remains, he wore purple and green. So he wanted to master both time and he wanted power. So that, you can see it that way too. So it is really interesting. The TVA being so orange and green, or orange and that blue color. The orange is the soul. They take care of the souls of the variants, that kind of thing. It does all lead into it. I could probably rationalize any color that you bring up to mean something, so I won't do that. But I just think it's interesting.
Sorry. 2 more things. I noticed something, and then if you want to talk about the sugar thing.
Oh yeah, I do need to talk about the sugar thing. Thank you.
The only thing I'm noticing watching this trailer too, the room in front of the loom, the room in front of the loom is also green. It's a kind of a tealish green, but it's also green.
Right.
And then you had the key lime pie and all of that. I feel like this has been foreshadowed. You can see it here. This has been foreshadowed since the beginning of the season, at the very least, because the whole room is green. So that was interesting. All right, Fray, go.
Okay, so my thing on sugar. All right, so they kind of established that basically most things that are like a variant version, like Ecto Coolers, probably in the TVA or something. You could get the Jolt Colas or the Josta Colas, or there was that kind of stuff in season 1 where you could get the different stuff. Well, and it all seems to be like sugary stuff, like pie. You've got the cola. There's the hot chocolate machine.
Looks delicious.
That has all the different stuff. And I'm convinced TVA soup is tea. And that's it. Okay. But like that. So I'm wondering if, they are out of time. Like they're not in a timeline. So to keep them going, they have to give them so much sugar a day. And that keeps their minds where they want them. It keeps their, them happy, and, they're all just big old sugar addicts and want to get things done. And yeah, I think that's what I think. I think that's why there's so much sugar, because it's like every time it was like, let's get pie. Ooh, hot cocoa. I'm like, these all have so much sugar.
I mean, it could also just be that the TVA is kind of outside of time, so no one ages, no one needs to eat, no one needs to drink anything too. But no, I think it's an interesting observation.
Yeah. Well, that's what I got from it. So
yeah, no, cool.
I thought they were gonna do something more with the key lime pie, because at the end credits they would show the pie, but then the slice of lime on top always looked old and like dehydrated, like that pie's been sitting there for a very long time, but
it's candy.
The pie
lime.
doesn't age.
It's candy lime.
It is candied lime.
It's not like a real lime slice. It's a candied lime. They've candied it, so that's why it looks like that.
I don't eat key lime pie.
And there we go. All right, guys, let's
I would like
ratings.
All right.
So for the last 3 episodes, we're gonna do a overall rating here. We'll go down the line here. So we'll start here with 4s. Fourzze, what was your rating for well, I guess for the last 3 episodes, but then I guess for the show overall?
So my answer is simple. It's going to be a 10 all around. It just is.
Yay.
This was by far the best Marvel series I've seen in a very long time. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I would dare say I've had even more fun throwing the predictions and everything, like here and on the Saturday morning nerd out concerning Kang. And truly my only disappointment is outside of the show, because the show delivered. It's the future that sucks for me.
Yeah, his only disappointment is that Cyclops hasn't shown up yet.
He needs to make that sweet, sweet love to Cyclops.
Oh, he's gonna be so pissed that Wolverine is showing up in the MCU before Cyclops does.
So back to Loki. No, I mean, and clearly I did not get 1/117th the amount of stuff that Fray and SHDU got. I didn't catch any of the references that they mentioned.
No, you really did. Yeah.
Only because I'm not smarter than a 5th grader. So
you are.
I can't pinpoint the whole Norse god reference thing. I honestly thought that the slacks and really ugly shoes he was wearing without socks at the very end was kind of stupid looking, but he's a god. He can do what he wants.
We're just like mythology nerds too.
So. We really are. Yeah.
Loafers on the table. Was it?
Loafers on the table.
Loafers on the table.
The only real, I guess the only thing I would call the show out on was he had that apocalypse moment where they did the SpongeBob, centuries later bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like they made very light of that fact. Like, and the reason I call it an apocalypse thing is because Apocalypse has traveled through time, and he's actually waited time out to catch up with one specific moment, and then he's still lost.
Yeah.
So there were some moments in the final episode where I feel like it should have been more epic in the music and in the execution, but it wasn't. It was made very light. It was made very goofy, but I still don't think that was enough to take away from how excellent this turned out to be. I mean, this truly deserves the first annual Montgomery Burns Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence. And good. I'm gonna hand this over to Fray because my dog is crying. I'll be right back.
Oh no,
Fray,
she's a wuss.
Fray, what is your rating here?
Oh gosh. Okay, so for the last 3 episodes, I'm gonna give it. Oh, I hate rating these things. I'm gonna give it a 9. A 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 9 Loki loafers out of 10. They call me Sylvie nows. But the reason is that I wanted him to be able to be with his friends. I wanted them to find a solution where he could actually live his new life with all of the lessons that he learned. So that's what I wanted.
That's the burden.
I know it's the burden, but that's what I would have wanted.
It is his glorious purpose.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am burdened with glorious purpose.
For the final episode, even though I'm very sad that he can't interact with his friends now.
We lost Fray.
Oh, she's gone.
Ending it on a cliffhanger.
I know.
Dist. Oh.
Maybe she's holding the strands at the end of time right now. She's like, I'm gonna go hang out with Loki.
I need to be dramatic, apparently.
Dist. Oh.
I had to say it in the middle of a thought too that I totally lost as soon as the screen went completely white. No, I'm going to give it a 10 of 10 because it was a very satisfying ending, and looking back on the whole show and actually looking back on all of Loki's appearances, he wanted to have a throne. He wanted to rule.
That's right.
But he didn't understand the burden.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of this, he understood the burden. He had been through so much, that he'd understood the burden. And so I feel like as a character, he became worthy. He'd be able to pick up Mjolnir now. And that's what I think. He's worthy. So now he's worthy of the throne as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's not the same Loki that died in Endgame, but he had similar experiences. They were just different with different people. And so I liked that. I liked seeing him grow outside of Thor's shadow or Odin's shadow. So
yeah.
And he kind of did become not really a variant of, but a form of Odin in a way. He is now the king of the 9 realms.
Husby, his theory thing, it just says Thor. You see it? And he did it before the World's Fair episode. So he was right. Thor was in it, and they were talking about Thor through the whole thing. So he did really get it right, and I'm very proud of him. That's the first prediction he's ever done. One word, but it, it's great.
1 for 1.
Sometimes those are the best predictions.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Exactly. SHDU. Let's get a rating.
All right. Loki was already, just season 1, was already my favorite MCU series. It has reinforced that. It is by far my favorite MCU series now. It kind of nailed home the whole, it's almost very reminiscent of Doctor Who in a way.
Yes.
It's much more, it kind of combines it's a good balance of the sci-fi and the fantasy aspects of the MCU. So it's just, and it's very philosophical, which I love. So in light of that, I'm going to say I'm giving it 10. The god of mischief is now the god of order. Out of 10 personal watercrafts.
So good. Young Phil, what did you think? Did you enjoy Loki?
I've always enjoyed Loki. I think Loki as a series is top notch, easily one of the best out there. Overall for the series itself, for season 2 at least, and I love season 1 too, but season 2, giving just this rating, I'm gonna give this 10 key lime pies that have probably been spaghettified
with candied lime.
Out of 10 times that Owen Wilson didn't say wow.
Wow.
Okay, Jahmez.
I enjoyed this thoroughly. Any open questions I have are just not relative to the actual story that they told. Like, I want to know what happened to Ravonna at the end, but in the end, like, it didn't matter to this specific story that they were telling. So like, I want to give this a 10 Zaniacs out of 10 Zartan contingents. Even that, like, I still want to know what a Zartan contingent is, but like, it doesn't matter to the story.
No.
You know,
Well,
Um,
Zartan wasn't it a GI Joe
Yeah.
person? Like,
Yeah.
and that
and then
could
there's
just be me.
Zartans in the not in the MCU, but in Marvel comics, I think too.
Zartana.
Wow.
Or Zartana.
Zartan.
Yeah.
No.
That's
And,
You guys are thinking Zatanna, and that's DCU, and she's a magician. I
And then
did
also
love that.
Tara, his dad, her dad, but
Yeah, I loved that.
hey,
Timely.
Zartana is also Zartan's sister.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, no, but I liked that Victor Timely called Loki a wizard during the whole thing. Like, he's like, "Oh, wizard."
Yeah.
Hello, wizard. You know, it's like it was just a neat little thing. So
Speaking of neat little thing, I love the last conversation that Loki has with He Who Remains, and He Who Remains is like, "So you Dr. Victor Timely," and like
Yeah.
he almost made fun of him, but it's like, oh, he knows about Victor Timely. He knows
all of
everything.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice, interesting play, and I'm like, that's how good Jonathan Majors is. He can play in and out, and he felt like a completely different character.
Jonathan
Victor
Majors
Timely.
and Tom Hiddleston once again are the best parts of this series.
Yeah.
Not to say that
Yeah.
everybody else is not incredible as well, but they are the best parts of the series, and they work off each other.
Oh, and the
Incredibly.
scene where Loki goes and sees Mobius again, but it's the first conversation they ever had in the room, and like that. It was so like.
And again, it loops back around. It's an
it
Ouroboros.
was but it was so amazing. It was so nice, and just all that. So,
And the fact that Mobius wasn't confused at all was like, okay, cool. This is happening. Yeah.
You know, in a weird relation to what's going on with the writer's strike and like the whole battle for artificial intelligence and what to use, what not to use, it's funny how we had Miss Minutes, you know, an uncontrolled AI that just went haywire, right?
sentient, stalkery
Stalkery.
ex-girlfriend AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is funny
And-
because as an AI, they are supposed to be above emotion. They're supposed to be above that. They're
I
supposed to
thought
be.
you were gonna say as an AI. I believe, and I was like,
As an AI. Tune in on Mondays to see.
Yeah, she's it's the whole Star Trek data complex. It's like, why do you want to be human? You know, why do you want to, you know, it's
what is so special about being human?
If you're already programmed to make better decisions,
Right.
why get so caught up? And I think that's why I didn't like Miss Minutes very much, aside from Tara Strong, who is one of the goddesses of voice acting.
Right.
You know, I was not a Miss Minutes fan.
No, I don't think we were.
I thought it was
supposed to be,
interesting
though,
in the end.
necessarily.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna have to get a tattoo removed. I'm kidding. I don't have a
No.
tattoo.
My only disappointment of this series was that Mobius was not Balder.
Yeah, I wanted that to happen so hardcore, but I get it.
But again, you know what? We don't know. He's selling jet skis in one universe. He could be a Norse god in another. You know, we don't know. So we have some hope, okay?
You would think that Loki would recognize him though, because
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Though it is interesting how, like, you know, Loki, as much as like he's looking at those statues, like, why Balder? You know, it's thinking like it should be me, like I should be the one. He wants notoriety. At the very end of the show, he finds his purpose, and it's thankless.
Yeah.
And that's why. That's why he
All
wasn't
alone.
in that statuary.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I loved it.
Yep,
You know,
it
what do you
was
really-
amazing.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, are there any predictions? I know the game's over and I didn't win. Fine, I didn't win. I want to recount still. But
I wasn't here for like 3 weeks, so you know, I wasn't expecting to.
Oh,
You
you had a
you should
life.
have just wrote
You had to
4
do
in an
stuff.
envelope.
4. 42. Just put
Yeah.
42.
World tree done. You win.
Yggdrasil.
Any predictions on what happens to some of these characters? Because there were there were some closed loops, yeah, but there were some open ones still.
I do think, for anyone, I do think we will see Loki again.
Uh-huh.
This version of Loki again specifically, I believe that this, where Yggdrasil is and where he is, will be the final battle between Kang and whatever the Avengers consist of at that point. It will be before the World Tree, because Kang, whatever Kang wins out, will want to end the universe itself or restore order or whatever. And so he will have to try to kill Loki. And that will be the big final battle. So that's my big prediction.
And everybody has to try to save Loki.
Everybody has to try to save Loki. And it loops back around because the first Avengers movie, they weren't. They were trying to defeat him.
Yeah.
And it's this Loki. It is this version of Loki.
Yeah.
The same
literally version. The one that escaped. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
I like that.
I'm gonna write that down just because I have it.
Put it
Yeah.
I like
on 11/14.
My little thing is like they gave us a little bit of Renslayer at the end at at the end of time or whatever. I think for whatever reason we're gonna see her again somewhere, somehow, but she was just like stranded out there, and I don't know why they showed that, or they didn't button anything up by showing that. So why show it, So I think that's a tease for something else.
Okay. Bill?
Prediction wise, I mean, again, at this point, it's something that I mentioned in the group chat leading into Deadpool 3. The kind of basing on some rumors and things like that, but essentially the TVA in the state that they're in right now, with kind of Kang being what he is and everything like that, in order to combat everything, they're going to try and come up with a Earth Prime kind of timeline, and they're going to recruit different people to try and get like the Prime versions of each character. And they're going to recruit Deadpool, and Deadpool is going to be locked up in the TVA from all of his time jumping and messing with the timelines at the end of Deadpool 2. So, I think everything that's happened here, I think a lot of it plays into larger implications into the to the time battles happening in the MCU. Now, where I'm kind of sad is, as much as I love Jonathan Majors in this role, and I think Jonathan Majors is amazing, we may not be getting more Jonathan Majors because of what's going on in his life. So, it's going to be interesting to see how they pivot around that, if they do that pivot.
Yeah.
Who was mentioning it earlier? Fourzze, was that you that saying that they may not be doing Kang Dynasty anymore?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were 2 articles that I read, and then there was a tweet this morning stating that Marvel is strongly now moving away from Kang being the final boss, the big bad, and considering, quote unquote, considering new options.
Dr. Doom. They've been talking about this for like the last 3 weeks, though.
I mean, again, I would.
But the news came out this morning,
right,
on that decision, and
I would like to see if they are going to replace it, which I really don't want them to. But if
Maybe
they do, I would like to see Galactus.
Oh.
Because he is one of my favorite Marvel villains, weirdly enough.
I was gonna say, like, maybe they switch.
Not know that.
Maybe they switch Kang Dynasty to like Doom Dynasty or something like that.
Ooh.
And almost treat it as like
we're rambling. So.
Yeah, totally.
They could just call it the Reed Dynasty.
I mean,
Or
technically,
the Richards dynasty. I guess.
technically, Kang is a Richards. So
Yeah.
Right.
But it also would be like you could have Doctor Doom show up in it too. Like it's not necessarily change that to a Fantastic Four movie with friends, and then anyway,
Mhm.
my theory is that Loki's going to be trapped there. So the only time we'll see that Loki is through his illusions. He'll show up for people to warn them, almost be a harbinger of what could be coming.
Ooh.
And then
I like that.
Yeah, and so I think that might be it. So he might actually be like almost watcher status,
Mhm.
just not doesn't
You
have
could
that kind of power
see-
since he's holding on to the multiverse right now. So
We could see him in What If, maybe.
we could see him in What If. And then I also think we're gonna get Sylvie properly introduced as the Enchantress. And that'll be because the TVA, all the TVA stuff, and Loki, they'll be like, find Sylvie. Sylvie knows a lot of this. Sylvie's, gone up against this guy. And we'll get Enchantress introduced into the MCU.
also one of the ideas that I had, if Kang Dynasty were to somehow move forward, one of the ideas I had was at the end of Kang Dynasty, we were going to get one of the variants of Kang being Nathaniel Richards, becoming Iron Lad.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And we get Iron Lad on the Young Avengers.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Not everybody's seen everything yet, so we should probably end it there.
I've been talking about Young Avengers rumors for forever, so
yeah, no, I know.
Really saying anything. So with that being said, guys, what I am really excited for, because I've been really excited about all these things and just kind of like seeing where it moves on from here. But where the excitement moves on from here is that we have merch people.
Oh my gosh. We have
No, I don't
merch.
have any predictions. We're good. Thanks though.
Fourzze, you did it this time, Phil.
That is now the second time I've been forgotten on the internet. I'm not happy. I'm screwing with you. No, seriously. I don't have predictions. I can't give you predictions now because of this trial that's going to happen at the end of this month.
Yeah.
I can't give you a prediction.
So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
So
maybe they'll just move in Brad Wolf. I'm kidding, but no, Fourzze. You don't have anything? You don't want to see B-15 again, or Casey, or Ouroboros?
Again, I since the beginning, I always felt that this was outside of Quantum Media, that this was going to be the last of the foundation laid for Kang the Conqueror. And because of a very, 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 very poor and preemptive decision, we are now being robbed of that. And that is terrible, terrible, terrible decision making on a studio's part.
Yeah.
And
but we
just
shall see.
One man's opinion. Whatever happened to innocent till proven guilty? And this man has not been proven guilty. So, but now he doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
So
we will see what happens.
But on the upside, there is a silver lining to all this, and that is we have merch people. We
got a hat.
We have hat.
We have hat for all time, always. $35 or $30 if you can find a variant hat. Well,
I love
you both for $30. That's fine.
Or wait until next Friday. You could get for the Black Friday price of $34.50.
There you go. Oh, that's perfect. Black Friday sale.
$34.50.
$34.50 free shipping.
That was rude.
Ooh.
They got. We also got shirts. Maybe we do a T-shirt and hat bundle. Can we do that,
Oh.
Young
Yeah.
Phil?
Sure, I can do that.
Make it happen. So we got T-shirts. All you got to do is DM us at Distance Nerding on Instagram. Let us know what size you want. Let us know how many you want. Get 7 shirts. That's fine. They make good stocking stuffers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we got 2
Especially the way I
different
fold them.
designs, what?
Especially the way I fold them.
Exactly. You get them all military style.
Mhm.
They're perfect. $20 or $25 if we got to ship it to you. And if you want more shirts or more product, we got Lucharillas. We got the Nerdarilla. Get him on a t-shirt, get him on a bump box, get him on a memory card. Go check out lucharillas.com and get yourself a Nerdarilla. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah,
It is cool.
yeah.
I was actually at
Woo.
lucharillas.com last week during the show, and I took a look at the shirt. It is a really freaking cool shirt.
Yeah, I dig it. Oh, I wonder if they're running a special. Ooh, for like
Ooh.
Black Friday. That's a good call.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask-
Every
if you go to-
47th and a half customer.
Yeah, if you go to lucharillas.com, use the promo code nerding10, you will get absolutely nothing.
You might get a laugh out of Eric, but I have this code nerding10, and he's just like, ha ha. You just get pictures back of him just like pointing and laughing.
With Eric, you probably would.
That's the Robert.
I was
That-
just
that-
thinking that.
All right. Mondays, game streams, 8 a.m. till 12 noon Pacific time. What are we playing these days, young Phil?
So I have been playing. I've been splitting the games that we've been playing. This last week we played a little bit of Call of Duty Story Mode and some what else did we play? Oh, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh.
Phantom Liberty. So we've been doing that, but then also on the rotation, because it's been basically the chat chooses what I'm gonna play next when we do this. But Assassin's Creed Mirage is also on the rotation.
Nice.
I
Wow.
watched the stream when you were playing them. That game's pretty cool.
Assassin's Creed is dope. Just for like the chats that we've been having, everybody wants to watch Call of Duty or everybody wants to watch Cyberpunk, but like nobody has voted for, except for Greg. Nobody's really voted for Assassin's Creed.
I wouldn't know
old
what
Greg?
to do in that game.
Not even Graveyard?
Graveyard wants Cyberpunk more than anything.
Oh. I miss Graveyard.
That Assassin's Creed game, like I wouldn't understand what to do. Like all of a sudden you're just standing there and then you're jumping on walls, climbing around, climbing in windows. I'm like, how did you know to go into this weird tower out of nowhere?
Parkour. No, there's so there are like mission parameters. There are things that it tells you that you need to do. You kind of just have to you really just look at your map and just kind of figure out, okay, where do I need to go next?
And there's like map markers and things too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. A lot of it is like collectibles, and then once you collect stuff, there's like investigations that you have to do. Like the map will tell you need to go talk to this person, things like that.
Right. Like
it looks fun.
I played Black Flag, and I think it's somewhat similar. So
Black Flag is it's pretty similar, just because Mirage it resembles the original Assassin's Creed more than anything.
Gotcha. Cool.
A lot more stealth, where they got rid of the stealth model in like a lot of the newer games. Like it's a lot more stealth in this game.
Good. Cool.
Tuesdays, the download this show 6:30 to 8:30 or 9:16 p.m. And then Thursdays, the build from 6 to 8 p.m. Interviews, Lego builds. Are you still building Hogwarts? No, you finished Hogwarts.
No, Hogwarts is done. We're starting the Disney villains this week.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We're gonna be
It's
doing
funny. Disney villains, but with a horror bracket.
Kind of, because we're starting to finish up on that.
I was about to say, we're still on the horror bracket.
No, we
Second horror bracket.
yeah, we're doing a second.
one.
No, we are. We're doing a second one. We're doing horror villains.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that you're doing
Cool.
villain. You're building villains.
You're doing
Bracket
villains.
villains.
Yeah.
But then this week we have Xander from Xander Comics coming on. This is an interesting one. So Xander Comics, he doesn't actually have a comic out right now. It doesn't come out till February. But what he's been doing is he's been going to cons and introducing the characters and trying to build buzz around the characters. So then when he drops the comic, then the branding's already there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well,
That's
cool.
really neat.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, he's actually going to be at LA Comic-Con. He just made a big announcement. He's going to be at LA Comic-Con. He's going to have a booth, and he's going to be, again, introducing his characters. So,
Okay, so have him take a picture with Matt Smith with the Star Trek shirt on,
Star Wars.
pointing or Star Wars. Oh, Star
How
Trek.
dare
better,
you.
But Star Wars, and then have him point at it and send it to us, and then we can put it on the show.
Matt Smith was not in Star Trek. How dare you?
Right. Okay, so let's continue on. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is us. That is our thing. We need pluggables right now. So let's go here. Mr. Fourzze, tell everybody where they can find you outside of the distance nerding sphere.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you go to saberfont.com and you have a lightsaber from the Saber community, a con, kybercave.com, Vader's Vault, custom Dark Wolf sabers, head to Saberfont, get yourself a sound font to put on that saber, turn it on, impress your friends and family, and just completely nerd out on everything that is Star Wars. You can find me at Kyber Cave Productions on Fridays for Beard in the Chair, where Graveyard and I play new titles or existing titles we just haven't tackled yet, because good Lord, there's a lot of them. You could also find me right here on Distance Nerding. So until I see you all again, may the Fourzze be with you.
There we go. Skidoo.
So
Do.
I am SHDU Studios here on YouTube and Instagram. I do short films, music, and other nerdy stuff. I am also on Fray's channel. We have a little series called Classified, where we take your favorite pop culture characters and place them into their respective D&D classes. We also have a companion series called Journal of the Classes, where we go through each of the D&D classes and their subclasses. We have a new episode of Journal of the Classes, I believe, coming out on Friday, and it will be on, I want to say Monk.
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, Monk. So yeah, it'll be on Monk. Also, I'm in the Distance Learning Sphere, so you can see. I am on the Download on Tuesdays, the Build on Thursdays, and I am on Kyber Cave Productions, our sister channel, for the Saturday Morning Nerd Out on Saturday morning.
Beautiful. And of course, Le Fray.
Hello, I am Fray, and apparently I'm older than you think I am. But I am okay. So I'm here on Tuesdays. I love being here. Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so glad that you guys joined us tonight to talk about Loki and all things crazy going on in the entertainment industry, and I guess food too. We ate food. That's entertainment adjacent, right? Okay.
I mean, I ate food. You watched me.
It's entertaining.
That's true. And I had some delicious water.
Should have got you a Biscoff.
Oh no. That has coconut oil in it. I can't have them anymore. All right. So I'm here on Tuesdays for the download, what you're watching right now. I also am on Kyber Cave Productions on Saturdays for Saturday Morning Nerd Out. I am also on a new show that we're doing Thursday nights on Kyber Cave Productions called Ladies Night, and it's me and Mezzo, JD, and Captain Lady Moon, and Arcana. And so we all get together and play games or do just like fun lady stuff. So definitely check that out when you're not watching the build, obviously. So, and then
Watch
I
them
have
both.
my own channel. Yeah, watch them both.
It's like if you have two monitors, just one monitor
Yeah,
is the
there you go.
build, the other is lady.
Two devices, you can watch two things. All right. And so then on
just dart your eyes between them.
my channel, as Shadu had said, we do classified and we do journal of the classes. We are going to be doing some other things starting next year. And then I also have something that I'm doing on this channel, Distance Nerding, next year called Origin Stories, that I'm going to get all of my friends and together, and we're going to talk about fun origin stories, the wacky, weird things that go on behind the scenes of your favorite characters, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's
Awesome.
Good times.
I like how that works.
Yeah.
Always.
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on, and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, The Distance Nerdington Post.
Now, guys, it's easy. All you have to do is go to distancenerding.com and head up to the top of the page like you see on right there, and you click on the buy us a taco button. And you can buy us a taco, ladies and gentlemen. You can buy us a taco. Head over to distancenerding.com. Do that. It's the best way to support us. Now, also, if you want to support the channel, you want to support Distance Nerding, you want to support everything that we're doing, you can also go to Twitch and you can subscribe on Twitch. And if you subscribe on Twitch, that automatically enters you in to win a Lego Bat Cycle. I'm going to be giving away a Lego Bat Cycle. All you have to do to one of the first 10 subscribers on Twitch. So if you subscribe on Twitch and you're part of that group of the first 10 subscribers, once we hit 10 subscribers, I'm going to be giving that away. I'm also going to be giving a prize away to every subscriber that is under that list as well. So now's your chance to go and head over to Distance Nerding on Twitch and subscribe, and that'll get you some prizes. Just automatically.
Okay.
Yay.
Woo!
Good job, Oprah. That's great. I like
you
that.
get a prize, and you get a prize, and you get a prize. Ladies and gentlemen, connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and mandals and the beard. That's it. That's all that. At Distance Nerding. And of course,
Hey, before you do the email,
yeah,
go like us on Instagram. Be our 2,000th follower on Instagram. We're at 1,999 right now.
You know what? That was another thing that I was saying I was going to give a prize away for once we hit 2,000 followers on Instagram. So if we are one away, that's another prize I'm going to be giving away pretty soon.
Woohoo!
I like that.
I guess I should follow you guys on Instagram.
Yeah, that's something you should do.
Yeah, be the 2,000. That's fine.
Exactly. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us or hate us or wish the internet would consume us completely, send us an email at dist.
Hey, Downright Nerdy Podcast says that they're following us on OnlyFans.
Oh, good. Cool.
Hey, I like that. I think Deadpool's going to be a Kang pool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There could be a variant of Deadpool.
Yeah.
I liked Fourzze's idea that Kamala's going to be Kamala Khan. She'll be like King.
It's nerding at AOL.com. All right. That is it. Just real quick before we get out of here, before we do the dance party. Hey, Mike, over there at Downright Nerdy Podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Downright.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Mike over there. Overdue, man. Overdue. We need you on the show.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
come
come
on
back.
The show, Mike.
Come back to the Nerdyverse because you've been gone for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Since you've been gone.
I need me some of that big muscly goodness. If you
like that muscle on paper, boy.
God, if you guys have never seen Mike from Downright Nerdy, the dude is massive.
Speaking of OnlyFans,
It's beautiful. We are still going strong, Mike. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. It is now time for the dance party. Are you guys ready for some dancing?
Woo.
Yeah.
All right. Mike said OnlyFans collab. Yes, we are collabing.
People do that? Does that
happen?
happen?
He's like, wait,
Those stitches will be fantastic.
so good. All right, let's keep going.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1. Shadoo. That's it.
Wow. Old school.
I bet it tastes even more like dust now.
It's a throwback. I'll never get rid of it.
That's not as scary as the other one, which will be here on the second round. I know it. She doesn't do a dance party without that creepy ass doll. Yep, there it is. Oh, never mind.
Ah! Oh, you stole my adipose.
We'll see everybody on Thursday.